Just settle in. and welcome. Have you been waiting long for us? Because we like to add a little bit of that extra tease. You know what they say? Wait. Some things are well worth its weight. I was trying to go something a little more
Just
kinky
let it
than
go.
that, but
Just
it
let it go.
It just didn't work out.
Good try. Swing and a miss.
Hey, sometimes you gotta
Just
hit
say
the
you're
board,
welcome
okay?
because I'm worth it. That's all you need.
Thank you. Oh, sorry.
Yes.
Yes, that. All right, real quick, thanks so much, Bandgap, for the tier 3 sub, 64 months. We just have the spin wheels to give for Fernandra from last session, so we're gonna add those on there. So, who do you want to give your spin or your spins to?
Saito, you have the wrong characters scrolling.
What?
You have.
Oh yeah, you do. You have Once Upon a Leaf.
You have
Do
Once
I?
Upon a Leaf's characters
This is
scrolling on
the-
stream.
I don't know if you
Azure.
A little cross
Oh!
promotion is never a bad thing.
PETA.
Oh!
Sorry.
Oh.
Did you all forget that this is a Freaky Friday episode that we're playing the characters this week?
You
When you
be quiet. You
when
be
you
quiet.
said that, I thought you were talking about the roll 20. Okay, there we go.
Oh, yeah,
I was
chill,
like,
man.
what do you mean? I am in the. You scared me and
You're in the right
everything.
world.
I was like, I'm in the right world? What are you talking about?
That's what
Okay.
I'm saying. You're in the right world at least.
Yeah.
Can't you see this is a
All right,
lot
man. Gap, who do you want to
confusion?
give these spins to?
I will give
These
one to all the players, and then that leaves me 4 left.
That is correct.
Okay. I will take 2
Whoa.
of those, and then I'm going to roll a d6, and it goes to Tia. Gets the other 2.
It was meant to be.
Why are you with
All right. We're going to go around the table. Everyone should introduce themselves, where we can find them, and what happened with their character last session. We're going to go the opposite way around than we did last time. We're going to start off with Gabby, because Gabby was here last session, so that means that she can explain what happened to her in last session. It's a little selfish, but I did it. What can you do? Come on, Gabby.
Hi, I'm Gabby. I'm guessing that no, you can't find me somewhere. You can probably find me here on one list, if not anywhere else. And last week with the fairy godmother did me dirty.
You can't say that. That sounds way worse than what you think it sounds like.
Nope, it sounds like accurate.
What? With the blindfold and everything, doesn't sound good. Does not sound good. Okay? Sounds completely different than what you think it sounds like.
It sounds like there was no consent, right? Because I was minding my own business, trying to heal the champion, right? Because he can't make good decisions, right?
Oh damn.
Facts.
And then I'm blind.
I mean,
Right?
love.
I Gabby, see the vision, right? Does not.
Yeah,
Literally and
definitely doesn't
figuratively.
see any vision yet.
And then proceeded to throw a very big and I think pretty much valid tantrum, which brought some things to light. I regret none of it. Would 100% crash out again if put in the same position. But I think that was great. I think that was fun, and I think it's pretty interesting to roleplay, to be honest. I don't know what that means to my spells, but it's interesting to roleplay.
is your Jamaican grandmother who is never happy with how you turned out.
No, that's Caribbean parents and grandparents. in
Yeah,
general.
that's Caribbean.
That's-
Yeah.
Caribbean?
That's-
Okay, good. Thanks.
Just
I
overall.
threw that out there hoping that you would
You're
draw it
fine.
in. All right, thank you. Appreciate that.
But my grandmother loved me, so it's okay.
My grandmother's love was very limited because I'm from New England.
There you
And I was so smart, but she could just not bring herself to say that I was pretty. I think that she was just too honest about
Right.
that.
My grandmother was not a nice person, and she picked favorites, and I was her favorite, and my mother had to give her a talking to that my brother, she had to treat us like more equally because she would just like ignore him and like dote on me and stuff like that. It was not good.
I love how this is like slowly. So slick, like so you're Rishi. It's like you have like horrible like grandparents or something like that.
Mine love me.
Oh, if I had to stay at her house and I was sick, I got fed Vicks Vapor Rub. Don't go, don't. She would even heat it up in a spoon like a heroin shot. Look, this was not the best thing. From the old country. Let's just
I've
put
been
it there.
seeing the reels. Yeah.
One of mine would always
I've seen
it
the
was
reels.
always the one that, hey, you look like you need some food, so
Oh,
My
she
grandmother had very strict meal times, and I was hungry a lot. So, like, and the
She
food was
did
so
always
bland.
have food. She did always have food. Yeah, that was one thing.
Man.
And she took her pierogi recipe to the grave, and I am so pissed at her. I want that pierogi recipe. They were so good.
Well,
What to do?
Anyway, but
my
we
grandma's
digest.
an angel. So I don't know
An
what to say.
agent?
An angel, an
Okay.
angel of
You
agents.
have to say that.
She is
Secret agent angel.
She is
Secret
too
Asian
innocent
man.
for her own good sometimes.
Fair
I
enough.
met your grandmother. She's lovely.
Yeah, too innocent for her own good.
Take her to the porn store again.
Oh, I did. I've taken her one too many times. My mother had to have the phone. She held anal beads and giggled. All right. Rishi, why don't you tell us about yourself, where we can find you, and what happened with Quinn last session?
Well, I think we all know what happened to Quinn last session. Hi, I'm the Maharishi and all the Twitches and the Twitters, cogs on the corporate machine by day. And at night you can find me playing, and I host a whole bunch of other games which I don't stream, but hopefully I will want to change that at some point in time. If I ever get my act together. Quinn is not Quinn anymore. Quinn has taken up a very famous, very powerful hand axe, which is decided that Quinn is going to be a vessel with whom it will strike its vengeance upon anyone around. And that would change Quinn in a few ways. And we'll see how that goes. You guys are just fucking lucky. I'm like at 45 hit points. That's all I can say.
Punch in the face.
more than me.
Awful.
Fernandra? What the fuck?
Right, and I am standing behind Fernandra at this right now, if I'm not mistaken. But I will deal with it. We'll deal with the map
There's-
later.
There is
So
a
have we
map and
grappled,
everything.
right?
Yes.
Oh right,
You do, and I spiked you. So yeah, there is that.
That's fine. I'll suplex you, don't worry.
No!
I am raging.
Two barbarians rage it out.
Mhm,
Against the machine.
Sounds
mhm.
like a family fight.
Yep. All right, Slicklick, tell us about yourself, where we can find you, and what happened with Fernandra last session.
Slicklick, you can find me here Mondays playing Fernandra. Last session, Fernandra had to comfort his wife or his fiance that he wasn't lying to her the whole time. And ended up talking about about his backstory, how he kind of went a little cold and killer when he thought he had lost her. And then accidentally helped Quinn activate the this fun Slayer axe that of the Mad King.
You were willing.
you know, Slick was very curious.
So is Rishi.
Slick had it in his mind. I was like, I know what's gonna happen here, and it's not gonna be a good thing. But you know, curiosity.
Kills the cat. The bad thing is cats have 9 lives. Snakes
I
have
do not.
1.
But yeah, after that, but yeah, had that and had another conversation with the king where the king tried to strike a deal of helping us or giving us information, and Fernandra and Tia both were like, yeah, no, we're good.
I mean, all I have to do is have a little snicky snack, but I guess that he'll have to accept that that's not going to happen. But he'll get over it. He always does.
Look, dead snakes don't have to get over things.
Dead snakes.
I
I mean, that's
It's,
fair. They don't. They can just lay there.
Aw.
That's sad.
Thanks, Eggs.
Thank
Thanks
you
for the
so much.
biddies,
Thanks,
Egg.
Egg.
Yes.
Yes.
The 300 bits for the luck for Fernandra and the fiance. Yeah, it is. It was going a little rough for you, Fernandra. I'm not gonna lie.
Oops.
Thank you so much. All the bits and donations go to the channel. We hear, you see, and helps support the Discord as well. So if you're not part of the Discord, join the Discord. It's a lot of fun. We're doing. I'll talk about that later. Let's move on. Anaki Tawny, tell us about yourself, where we can find you, and what happened with Slate last episode.
I couldn't tell you how
I'm gonna
to
get that
Slate
fixed
is its own
sometime,
thing.
Sparrow. I swear to God, I'm gonna get it fixed. Ever since that raid, that bad raid, which by the way my mods took care of very quickly. But
Mhm.
go ahead, sorry.
I was waiting for the butt.
But I
Hi,
didn't
I'm
fix
Aniki.
it.
It's okay.
Didn't fix it.
It's all good. Hi, I'm somebody. Who am I? Who knows? You can find me places that are on the Twitter and the Twitches and whatever. I think one of our players said that too, on the Twitter and the Twitches. Yeah. I play Slate, the Earth Barbarian Paladin, who is the champion Isa, and they make bad wishes a lot during this campaign. And the last one they made was pretty bad.
Bit of a busybody.
It's just trying to do right by people, and also
you
somehow
are.
fucking it up. But we're good. We'll figure it out. I made a wish to give our resident cleric like a nice gift to give them a confidence boost, which turned into stealing a holy relic. and now
Borrowing.
no, stealing. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. And now here I am with my hands in my face. Egg on it too, but egg's expensive, so I can't do that no more.
In this economy,
In this economy, Jesus. Anyway,
you got some Quinn in your face now.
and now I do because I'm holding our now berserk friend, and it's a little scaly, but we'll figure it out.
Hold me tightly.
That's all that's being heard right
Holy
now.
dancer.
Tony Dancer in this day and
Tony
age.
Dancer. Yeah.
Tony Dancer.
He's the boss.
He's the boss.
No, we don't know who's the boss. No one ever answered that question.
He was
It's
the
Tony
boss
Dancer.
the whole time.
Debatable. I think that kid was.
Fair enough.
It was me.
But you know who the boss in this session is? Miley Saito.
She
Nope,
was
not-
just a power
I ain't
sub.
talking about-
Really.
All right,
That's all.
Sparrow, tell us about yourself, where we can find you, and what happened with Tia last session.
Oh yeah. I'm Sparrow. Yeah, you can find me here mostly, and on the weekends hanging out with Voice of the Baltic Star, and also on Itch. Even though I only have one game up right now, and I was driving down the road yesterday, and I realized that I had a massive mechanics flaw in it. It's okay, and but next week there will be 2 more games, so I will post a link. You can see what it's like to play Trash Baby. And a fairy is cursed to be an axe, which is ironic given that we have a cursed axe in this game right now. But last week, she was kind of like, she was waiting and seeing. You know, we had a couple minutes, and we were rushing through solving this puzzle, and she just kind of out of ideas, but she's got some new ones. We'll see how this goes, But this is not ideal. First, this jackass who shows up. Now, Tia, like every year, I think I would say, of the 6 or so years that Tia was running a specific business that she ran, the House of Lily Slipper.
Mm-hmm.
There would always be like one regular who would show up, blather all over the place and ruin the scene for everybody, and then like stagger out somehow more drunk than when they arrived, even though they didn't get served anything. And it feels like this king is doing that to her, and she's just like, how do I get control of my house again? We got to get this guy out of here. But I mean, apparently the answer is to storm his castle and kill him. That's fine.
She has customer service trauma.
Yeah,
I
she's
love
really
this.
struggling as a former manager, a former owner of an important business, to deal with this rowdy customer.
This is
And,
just business as usual. Got it.
It's just uncomfortable that he has a little more power than they usually did. Just a little bit.
It's
Yeah,
always
that
the
happens
nobles that
with
come into the business.
big bad kings. Sometimes they come with a little bit too much power.
Gotta fix that.
Yeah.
Checks and balances is what I say. Checks and balances.
Talk to the Duanti about that. I don't think they believe in that type of.
Checks and balances. What are those? Is that
It's
what you
part of the
write when
ledgering
you
system.
do stuff?
You receive them, and then you balance your books.
So it always tips in your favor, right? That's how it works.
Yes, that's how profit works. Yes.
Profit.
How do we get,
Deal
how do we
underwear.
get to business talk?
Profit.
All right. Ben Gap, tell us about yourself, where we can find you, what happened with Leaf last session.
Ben Gap 143. I'm playing the Elf Ranger, Fighter Ranger. I spent a lot of time jumping on tiles last time, and there were some lovely patterns, and we still don't know how to get out of this room. And then it kind of took a little bit of a sideways turn at the end there with Quinn turning themselves into, some Mr. Hyde character that we are now in the process of dealing with. So, so I guess that's what we're gonna start this off is figuring out how to clean up the mess, and hopefully make not too big a mess out of Quinn.
Well, just don't get stabbed in the process in multiple ways.
Or banished accidentally.
Also true. The
We
Tia
need for
timeout.
Tia to just banish her,
It's just need to rename it, Jen.
It's
Just
a
Tia timeout.
go-to move. It's a good go-to move, but it is like,
Quinn still has a very high wisdom, by the way.
Wisdom don't count for shit with this spell.
Oh, I thought it was a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, is that not a wisdom save?
Charisma, baby.
I do have some wisdom.
Charisma, that's right.
spells.
Oh, I love charisma. That's my favorite stat.
Oh no. All right. Well, hello, my name is Lady Saiton. You can catch us here where we play tabletop games on Mondays, Wednesdays, and here pretty soon every other Friday with Rogue Nebula, which is going to be a scum and villainy game, which plays more in adult content in a naughty ways. If you haven't ever seen Scum and Villainy, the tabletop game, well then you might want to check it out, because we'll be playing it. Or maybe just watch so you can see it in action. If you're part of the Discord, tune in Tuesday is tomorrow. So definitely come check it out where we get all cozy together and watch something together. And Wednesday as Once Upon a Leap. So it's going to be a busy week this week. My brain cannot think of anything else.
Time to start.
Well, let's get a spins.
Spins.
I know
Yeah,
you want to
Spins.
spins. They want to
Like
get
now?
some more disadvantages, so that way they have a chance of making this an easier.
Maybe Slate will get another coin.
No, I'm giving that straight away. Like I was gonna say, you might expense to Gabby.
What do you
What?
mean? It worked so well.
You heard me. You heard me.
What?
You heard
What?
me. Give my spins to
You
Gabby.
heard.
And if you spins I get, give it to Gabby.
Thank you.
Let's see.
I didn't even see your message.
I mean, it doesn't technically work that way, but you can definitely give your stuff, whatever you get, to Gabby afterwards. Let's see. Let's see. Let me pull up the spinning wheel.
Big wheel, keep on
Oh,
turning.
spinning.
Yeah, I was thinking you could do that, except it would, be a copyright thing.
What are you talking
Big
about?
wheel, keep on
Banantra,
turning.
you are
keep on
technically the
turning,
one with the
turning,
highest, so you will start
keep on
off.
turning,
You probably
Beep.
need this,
turning.
you know.
See?
You got a
No
lot of
copyright.
kissing ass to do.
Got a lot of problems.
Yeah, the bitches, all of them.
I say, you know, women are definitely, like, a woman is definitely one of them. Let's go. Had your first spin. A random encounter. Yay!
Don't I count as the random encounter?
No. I believe your random encounter is set to 4 currently.
Ooh.
So that means we are up to 5.
Yeah.
Oh, I lied. You were at 6, so you're at 7 now. Yay! We like random tough encounters.
Mm.
Right?
You died last time. I just want to be
Mhm.
clear.
That's
So did-
fine. Eventually,
say so did
somewhere on the
technically
line, I
Leaf
think it's
did.
9.
I did die last time. Yes, that is also true. That's
You died?
Yeah.
I did.
Leaf
I'm
died.
Welcome
sorry.
to
I was so
tradition.
distraught on my own death that I didn't notice.
Yeah, I did. I did a deal out of it as you do.
Mm.
Listen,
What is it?
I was gonna say it runs in the family. It runs in the family, the death.
No, I haven't had an opportunity to bring it up in yet.
I really
We'll
hope
save
you
it for
do.
the right moment.
Oh,
when-
I hope
Well,
it
when
does.
Gina's saying, why didn't you save me? You can be, because I died.
Exactly. I didn't know how bad it was. I should have been more understanding.
It was terrible. Get a reroll. Now that I've experienced it, I'll take it a little more seriously. Another reroll.
That's true. I can say that because guaranteed he is gonna die again at some point.
Damn.
I mean, she did make a wish to make herself a little tougher.
Okay. Hopefully it'll be a while. Then you know.
Hopefully.
A disadvantage. An advantage. That's a pretty good stack right there. All right. Next one in line is gonna be Leaf.
Okie doke.
A random encounter. Yay!
Whoopee.
Now we're up to 8. We do like random encounters here.
I like your happiness about random encounters.
Listen, I'm still waiting on that puppet. Sparrow's gonna make me a dragon puppet. I would
Yes. But it has moved further up in the project basket.
Yeah!
I'm ready to embroider again.
I'm
A
excited for
reroll?
it. Reroll, yes. Once I get it, I'm gonna make a little animation of it. So that way when it comes off, it's gonna be like one of those moments. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yes. That is Perfect. All right. A disadvantage.
Okay.
You know what's best about this, Quinn? Is the disadvantages now may not affect just me. Congratulations on your another random encounter! Yeah!
I mean, we use disadvantages pretty freely against each other, even when we're supposed to be on the same side.
Yeah, I was like, hold on.
I was
I've
just
never
like,
stopped us before.
is she watching the same game we are?
I think
Damn.
she's just paying more attention to Wednesday because she loves them more.
She does.
Listen.
Pretty obvious. They're her favorite.
No,
Mhm.
all my tables are my favorite. There is no choosing.
Mhm.
I am
That's
not
just
like
the mom
Van
answer. You
Gap's
can't say
grandmother.
that.
Yeah, that's what my
Yes.
nanny Berta said.
Listen, I am not like Van Gap's grandmother. I do not have favorites.
Oh, okay.
That's not what Robin said.
Yeah, exactly. And here we are.
Congratulations, T, on your disadvantage.
Oh,
Oh, are we
Are
on
we-
me?
Yep.
are we on to Tia? Okay.
Okay.
So I just
I've
got a
noted it.
reroll and a disadvantage and 2 random encounters.
I know.
Yay.
Congratulations. An item. Congratulations. You can either get a scroll or you can get an item from the plunderer's chest. What would you choose?
Let's do an item. I haven't done that in a while.
Item.
I already have a whole fairy party like set up in my scroll library, so we're pretty good.
Fair enough. Fair enough. We
And-
use the
and
plunderer's
we're-
chest, which you can actually get. It's a deck of plunderers you can get down below through Gemhammers and Sons. You can support the channel and get cool stuff. It's a win-win. Congratulations on your 50 gold pieces.
Whoa.
Jingle, jingle.
I love it.
A little bit of pocket change. Always
Just
is
a little
helpful.
bit.
That's love.
Got a little change in my pocket, going jingle like a lane.
What?
You heard him.
You heard me.
Random encounter! Holy shit, it's hitting you.
9.
No huggy, no kissy, till I get a wedding ring.
Or the equivalent economic value. Either
Yeah,
way.
we were talking 90s, so yeah. We have to account for inflation and current economic
Yep,
situation.
there we are.
Just shaking my head.
You gotta be tariff free, you know.
That's not. That's a So we got a 3-way tie from Slate, and Quinn.
Ooh, a 3-way.
That's what she said.
Hi.
Who was first?
Erm.
It is.
It is.
Ermagerd.
Ermagerd.
Here's your results.
A reroll.
Well, boy.
I'm calling it now. Disadvantage.
Ooh.
No, it's another random encounter. We gotta get
Oh,
a
it's the
14
Pixie
again.
Godfather coin.
It's a fairy godmother coin. You all are wrong.
I wanted
was
it to
close.
be wrong. I want it to be wrong.
How dare you? Are you
How
telling me
dare I
you're?
give that away?
Are you
Ah,
telling
yes.
me you're fucking with the
I'm
wheels
fucking with
brain?
the system. Yeah, the desire counter. I'm like, yeah, I wanted
that-
that.
How dare
Was that
you?
what I was supposed to do? Tap gun.
Yeah.
Well, on that note, Slate, Quinn, who's next?
Quinn, after all.
Quinn.
Thanks.
Round it goes. The disadvantage is what you get.
Mercer was right there.
And another random encounter. You asked for
Yay,
it,
we're
you'll
at
get it.
10. We're
Yeah.
at 10, yeah.
No, you're at
boy.
11.
Shit, count.
I not to Miss Gouchu.
No, I apologize. No, you're
The
right.
random friend encounter. Got it.
Yes,
You're
yes.
right.
Mhm.
It is 10. I'm sorry. You're right. It is 10.
New friends.
Good news, it locks out though. Slate, your turn.
Hey, my turn. All right, spin that wheel, please. This
An
is
advantage.
Advantage, please. Thank you.
Dotashimashite. A reroll.
I
Doing
get
it.
2 of them things. Damn. One advantage, one reroll. All right, one
Don't
advantage.
touch my mustache.
Wahoo!
Touch.
All right. Let's get right into it. Thank you so much, everyone. We really appreciate all the bits, subs, donations, all the Ghost channels you see here. Everything you hear, see, and all of that is all thanks to you all and all of your support. Let's drop the wheel. Time to go bye-bye, wheel. As
All right, here I go.
What? All right, as we go back into they're stuck in a box, except it's a very large box with angry walls.
That's what she said.
Well, maybe that is probably what she said. That is that is crazy. Possibly true, actually.
Perhaps,
I
perhaps.
gotta get out more.
When I think about it, you know, it's possible. Nevertheless, we have an angry Quinn, and we are at, I believe, the top of the order.
Mm-hmm.
So, you are first. Yep.
Set the scene for me, please.
We have two we have a raging Quinn. And Slate, are you raging?
Not yet. Maybe.
Honestly, I don't
maybe.
think yet. I don't think I haven't marked
Wait,
as you
you
raging
were
yet.
raging since the box, actually.
Yeah, but I would have to take a damage, and I think the box protected me, unfortunately.
And you do see lots of spikies coming through
Mm-hmm.
out quick
So
and
should I?
out and out. You know, out
So
of
DM.
state.
Should I consider myself still raging or no?
I would say no.
Okay.
But I do have Quinn is
So-
raging.
Mm-hmm.
But you see what looks to be a sporky, like a sporky pine. A sporky pine, Quinn.
What's
Very
that Pokemon?
spiky.
It's Porcupine. Spiky.
Hey, listen, Pokemon. If you take that name, that's mine. I copyrighted it. It's mine. I said it first. Sporky Pine, Quinn is very spiky and all of that, and is being held by Slate currently. And Slate doesn't seem to be too worried about the angry needles being stabbed into them. I don't. They seem to be cool with it.
So I wouldn't know any of that.
No, actually, now that I think about it, no, you wouldn't know any of that. No one's actually giving you that 401. Sorry. So you
I
hear
yell it all
you
out.
hear angrily grumbling from Quinn, and then you hear like what sounds to be tussling. So you may think that there is a combat happening, but you're not sure who, where, or what came from it.
What's going on? Is it the spikes again? What's going on? Who in the ceiling? What? And I believe I was holding on to Tia. Tia was holding on to me. Either one of those was happening. And I'm like pulling, shaking, like what's going on? What's going on? I'm not gonna do anything beyond just like freak out.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah. What do? You can do this as a free action, real quick.
Oh, I'm sorry. What was the question? Because I had actually forgotten that I was holding on to.
What's going on? That's the question.
Okay, so I think that Tia was attempting to comfort but then this situation happened. So I think that like she can use subtle spell. She's definitely gonna like. I think she's gonna still be trying to calm because she has the sympathy for this young elf, who also has colorful hair. So she'll probably like try to keep hold of her hand gently in a reassuring way, while at the same time being like, I'm casting a spell. You know, like no words, just sort of a gentle and reassuring squeeze that she can slip out of, should she care to. You know.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
There's no constraint happening here.
Don't treat me like her. I want to know what's going on. You can't lie to me.
Don't treat me like her.
Right.
You hear Fernandra, you hear your girlfriend turn around and say, "What does that mean?"
She's facing the wrong direction, probably. I don't need to see to know that.
Apparently this guy took her memory too, because it's gone.
I'm just gonna
I
sit
am
this one
not.
out.
I am sure I'm facing the right direction.
You all just need to hold still and wait for further information. It will come to you.
So what size is she?
I
I was
believe
like, technically, I
Fernandra's,
think
yeah.
we were hugging, so yeah, technically, I think right now she would be.
Yeah. This is a rare opportunity for her.
I'm so happy for her, you know?
But she is also hugging Fernandra, who just got slit in the back. So she definitely is much closer to the bad zone than anyone else. Leaf, it's your turn. If
Oh,
Verm is
it is.
holding action.
Okay. I would try to communicate with Slade about what they're trying to do, and I'm like, do we need to kill Quinn?
One
You must do
question,
what you
one
must.
response. Oh, there we go. Oh, damn it.
No.
Sorry.
I'm joking.
What did you say? I cut you off.
And remember,
I
I'm in a
didn't hear
big
Slade's
bear hug.
response.
I'm in a big
Yeah.
bear hug right now.
And again, I'm also trying to figure out.
We
like,
are
what-
occupying essentially the same space.
Yeah, good thing we're not on the way to Battalion yet.
Oh,
Do I get a free action to reply to? Leaf?
yes.
Slate looks around and says, "I'm not sure what the plan is, but I know this isn't Lee. This isn't Quinn.
Okay.
Do you see anything on them?
You're right. This isn't
It
Quinn.
happened when they
This is your death.
they cut Fan with the axe, so he seems to be possessed by whatever is in the spirit of that axe.
So you hear, Fernandra, you hear, what? Fernandra's been cut with an axe? And then now you must take an action, Leaf, or because the conversation...
Yeah, I'm going to throw the Allfather's Raven at Quinn.
Okay, so
Um,
I am effectively grappled. How does that? How
I'm
does
gonna
that?
see. I'm gonna see
do
how
with-
good my aim is.
Yeah. How I've never had to do that. I've never had to arbitrate that. So what's your feeling about this side? I'm interested.
I normally do, so first I do the roll for a hit.
So that's a 15.
15. So 15, I believe. So you're trying to hit Quinn.
15
I am trying to
would
hit
hit me
Quinn.
normally, yes.
So that's what your normal AC. Okay. Does 15 hit Slate's AC?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
So that
Did I thread the needle?
he's like, I need to know.
Yeah.
Yes. So I would
You
say
did.
it does thread the needle, but it's very. You do feel how very lucky you were in doing so.
Okay. So like they're twisting around, and I throw it. And I actually was aiming at a
No,
different
no,
spot.
no,
but
no,
then he-
no. No. You're gonna throw that again with disadvantage.
Oh!
Oh man. Okay.
We all saw it coming. It was gonna happen.
Rub that off mine.
26.
It's worse. Somehow
Holy
it got,
shit balls! All right, fine.
Somehow it got worse.
It's a plus 13 weapon for me.
You pulled a Fernandra there.
Yeah. Wow.
Them's a brilliant.
So,
But
so who
does it
so
hit?
who do
Does
I
it hit? Does it hit both of us now?
It does
Yeah.
hit both now.
Oh,
I'm okay with that. Don't worry.
okay. So it
Thread
does
the
nine
needle through the
magic damage.
back of Slate.
Oh, that's good. I like that. So it's like you know when they somebody's got the sword and they grab it and pull it
Mhm.
in through them to get them closer so they can
Mhm.
grab. Okay, so you both take 9 magic damage.
Oh my god.
Does
and
that
the
does that get
Allfather's
halved?
Raven recalls to me.
Now, does that get halved by raging, or does that not count? I don't play barbarians.
Oh, Well, it depends on what type of rage this is, because Saito is the one who's building it.
Yeah, she
So-
told me I was raging. That's all she told me.
Yes. So it is just standard raging. So because it's magic
Okay, so-
damage, then
You're taking full force.
you take full force.
9.
Yeah.
I'm a magic man.
And after I see it go through Slate into Quinn, I'm like, I would float away, like I'm still flying a little bit. I would just like, maintain a safe distance from what's going on over there and be like, doo 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 doo. Sorry about that, Slate. Not so much you, Quinn.
Ouch.
Damn. All right.
Coward.
Slate.
Hey.
Your turn.
My turn.
Yep.
All right.
Did I have an action yet?
You are at 8. You rolled an 8, so
Okay, just making sure. Sorry,
Yeah.
it's been a week.
You're
okay,
fine.
no,
you're
you're
fine.
fine. You're absolutely fine.
Slate is gonna also go into a rage. This is their last rage of the day. Well, is it? Hold on. Do I want to do that? Yeah.
I think we're all gonna need a long rest. soon.
Welcome to the club.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come
Rage.
on, big fella. Go ahead and rage for me.
I'm gonna go into a rage and
This turn's
look
so kinky.
look Quinn
I
in
was
the
gonna
eye
say,
and
this
say,
sounds like a gay nightclub. I mean, come on.
You're gonna have to turn me around to see me in the eye.
nope, and I give you the biggest headbutt. Unarmed attack while raging. This is +9. I'll just roll my physical dice. No.
That's what you
Booga
get.
booga 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 booga.
That's what you get.
Oh, it didn't even pick up. All right, whatever. I thought it was synced. It's not synced.
Aww.
23 to hit.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that is 5 + 3. That's 8.
Reduced to 4.
Yeah. I'm gonna do it again since I
Give me again. Go ahead.
actually Divine Fury as well. Add a D6 + 5 necrotic damage. 6 + 5 is 11. 11 necrotic damage. And we're gonna do
And
this. Yes.
what was the 2 hit? Did you break 13? I mean, come
Oh,
on.
no,
I have a
this-
high-
This is this should have been
added
on the
on
initial
top.
attack.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
I haven't played Slate in a hot minute. I apologize. So,
That's okay. That's okay. No worries. I was just curious.
one more time, headbutt to the forehead. 17 to hit.
Yes, that does it.
Okay, so you'll minus that 5, or reduce that 5 to guess 2 or 3. Right?
Okay.
And then the rest of it is
2.
magical.
Is it 2 or 3, Saito?
Mm-hmm.
5 damage is halved as
It's rolled
3.
down. You always round
Okay,
it.
so 2.
All right. 2. Okay.
And then the 14 is all my mystical bullshit.
14 more.
Yeah.
All your mystical bullshit.
Yeah. Sorry. The essence given to me by my zealoted ways. It's right there in front of me.
I was like, I don't think you want to use that term necessarily.
Right in
just
front of the
out.
cleric of the same
Yeah.
deity.
Whoops. Oh, hey. That was Tony talking. That wasn't Slate. And with those 2 headbutts, I'm just gonna say in Quinn's ear, you let go of my friend, or we both go down on this tile.
Quinn has one eye is nearly closed, and the other is bloodshot. There's a depression in his forehead where you have reduced his hit points down to 3, and he spits blood into your face.
Says,
Mm.
you've yet. Now it's my turn.
And it
Is
is,
it?
actually.
Am I next? Yes.
It is actually.
I didn't move
Okay.
yet. I didn't
Bonus
move yet.
action. Oh, you
moving?
want to move? You want to
Yeah.
drag me?
Like,
What do you think?
I
What do you
mean,
think?
you can
Oh,
try.
you
You
could
can
drag
try
him
to
onto
move.
the spikes. Yes, that would be so good.
You can
I have
try.
I
Sir,
have
just
how
love,
much?
please.
And I'll just turn to the party and say, please bring us back up when you can.
And,
And
you see me up against the ceiling. I give you the thumbs up.
so I start here,
Oh boy.
and
Well,
then
good
after
news to you. At least every one of your party is going to experience death in this room. They'll know.
Maybe they'll be
I
more
think that's
sympathetic
is
next
that a
time.
green square?
Everyone?
I think that's a green square.
I think
could
that's
be
a green square.
So, and I'll just do
That's a green.
this.
That is
Two.
not.
Penandra, am I? I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe not.
I was over here. I was like, hold on, did I miss something?
No.
Do you
And
know
then
something
this-
I don't know?
3.
What? Okay,
What was
now
it?
I
So
just have to ask. What's the rules for dragging
Alright.
me around?
Yeah, so you're gonna try to drag him in there. Right?
Would it be a half speed? I should ask.
You're gonna first. You have to combat with him with strength. So you're gonna have to.
Oh,
drag him.
sure.
I mean,
I have advantage, so let's do this. So do you, because you're raging.
correct.
I apologize for just walking. You're right.
Well, until last week, you were the person who raged. Everyone else just got angry.
Ooh, I got a 20.
Whoa, 23.
Bastard.
Oh no, that was a strength saving throw. So
Oh.
hold on.
Ooh, yeah, not as
Hold
any
on.
roll.
I think you beat me because my strength mod is +4. So minus that by yeah, you actually outpower me. So let's go back.
Wait, if I decided I wanted to give him this advantage,
You can. It's
I'm
up to
too
you.
late for that. Yeah, let's do
Mhm.
that.
Okay, all right.
We're
I'll do it with
getting you in that
disadvantage.
box. Sorry.
Hey, Slate, why don't
Yeah.
you get a reroll?
Oh, okay. Okay. So
Oh,
All right, who's
disadvantage.
doing what?
Alright.
Okay, who's doing what? I'm
So we
confused.
got. So first we got the disadvantage for Quinn. Roll me a disadvantage.
Okie dokie.
Actually,
Hang on. Okay, doink.
So that would be just normal for Quinn, wouldn't it?
yeah, I was
Yeah,
gonna say
Oh, that would just be yeah. I did
Yeah.
roll a disadvantage. That would just be a normal roll.
you roll flat
Mhm.
because of
Alright,
your
I'll
rage.
just roll
You're
flat.
fine.
Correct.
It's 16. Yeah, it wouldn't.
And then I get a reroll
Correct.
because of. All right, let's
Let's-
do this.
You had one job.
The dice have a story to tell, baby. Yeah, I don't move anywhere. Like
Hmm.
I think the theater mind for me is like, as I try to make the first step, your axe in your hand is wedged in between these tiles, and I'm not moving forward at all.
Along with the spikes have
Yeah.
jutted down into the tiles, and then I'm dragging the. I just go with the axe, like
Go ahead, big guy. Give it your best shot.
All right, man. And that's where Slate ends their turn.
Is
All
it my
right.
turn? Is it my turn?
It is now your turn. Yes.
All right.
bonus action, hidden paths. I teleport
No.
out of your grasp and right to here. And actions. Sure.
Damn it. Where is it? Why this isn't Pathfinder? I could have done something.
Hidden paths. And then I go right to there, and I, and so tell me, yeah,
Click.
What's up?
not yet. Well,
Or even Slate.
hang on. So I'm next to Slick. Leaf, how high up are you? How high are the ceilings in here anyway? I don't know that.
It is only. So technically it's 10 feet, but with the spikes, that's what gives it that little. So right, that specific area, you got a full clear 10 feet. Anything
All right.
forward is only about 7 feet.
Okay,
Until you
well,
hit
I'm
the
not
spikes.
within.
So I'm not technically within range of melee of Leaf if Leaf's flying.
Well,
Don't-
Leaf has
does-
his feet just lifted off the ground.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah,
just kind of
that's up.
hovering.
Well,
Okay.
I said I was up against the ceiling, just for-
Oh, okay. I thought you said you were hovering slightly above the ground.
Well, I was at first, but then just at the end of my turn,
Your recoil.
I tried to get as far away from them as possible. So
Okay. All right. And Quinn looks up and just says,
Fuck off. And hello, Fernandra. It's very nice to see you.
Oh no.
and will attack with advantage. Oops.
Wait, are you
okay.
doing reckless?
Oh no, I can't attack recklessly. That's right. So it's just one attack. 19. Does that hit?
Yeah.
Oh my god, minimum damage. 5 damage.
Oh, okay.
But I get to attack you again.
No.
This is what. Remember when you made that comment? That it won't be me, Fernandra. This is what it got.
That's a 15. Does a 15?
And
Yes.
Fernandra, does 15 hit you?
Yes.
For context, we're level,
That is
what, 12
is-
characters?
8.
We're level
points.
14 and my armor class is 14.
Just want to make sure we're all aware of what's going on.
That's 8 points of damage. Now,
I don't have any armor other than
So I don't know what I said, and you hear it's like I just don't know what my new axe is going to do with your blood.
I don't like how this is sounding.
What's going on? Fernandra, are you okay?
No,
It
Fernandra
doesn't
is not
sound
okay.
Fernandra?
You need to give us Quinn back.
Okay, well, Fernandra, it is your turn.
It
Quinn
is.
went somewhere.
Well, I could move, I guess, but I'm not going to.
Absolutely. Go ahead.
He was like, I would love that attack of opportunity, please, after what you've done to me.
Oh, well,
Okay.
I would just pivot, but that's fine.
You know what? We're gonna go ahead and hold on. Let me make sure I can do what I want to do. Yeah. So, I guess because I'm gonna use versatile tricksters, so I'm gonna use my mage hand to, I guess I would say, like, tap Quinn on the shoulder so that way he's looking in the wrong direction.
Think that's going to fool me?
Well, it just says I can use the mage hand to give advantage on attack rolls against a creature that I was like, I don't. That's the best thing that I can come up with.
Oh, it's just a mechanic. I get it.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know how to physically say this, but that's the best that comes up to mind. Which then allows me to sneak attack too.
Sure.
So hold on. Do this. Roll that. Oh, I rolled that in the wrong spot. Ignore that. I don't think that came over to roll 20.
Nope.
Let me
Nothing
try
came
this
over.
again. Advantage. And then did that do it? That did.
Mm-hmm.
So does a
Ooh.
26 hit you?
Oh, absolutely.
Alright, let's just see what all this rolls.
You don't have to roll that many.
For,
unless it's more than 100. So you see, yes.
Well, I
you-
didn't know if it would include the sneak attack. Is more where I was going. Well,
Fernandra's,
Of course it
Fernandra's
would.
salty from the...
that's
Well
9
done.
piercing and 25 sneak attack.
Yes, well, the 9 piercing was enough. There was so
Oh.
much blood all over that. And I don't know what's going to happen to Quinn once he reaches 0 hit points. Is there something special, Saida, that I should be incorporating into this role, or just simply slump over?
You will slump over. You will slump over for now.
Curse you, snake man.
You only technically got 2 charges on your X, so... Got 2.
Charges?
Mm-hmm.
Why did I not hear this before?
Only got 2 charges. Because you never got past it. Anyway,
Yeah.
so...
Hmm.
Tia, it's your turn. You
Oh,
see...
still didn't feel lost.
You see Quinn go down. Technically, we're not in turn order action, but I'm gonna go ahead and let's go through the end of the rotation first. Sarah
Oh,
being
I have
last.
to make death saving throws. So.
True. So
I don't know what you want me to do. Like,
I mean, you can heal or bring him back, but if there is a chance, I don't.
are you aware of what kind of character he is?
Dia is built for damage and
I-
chaos, not for
Yeah.
repairing it.
I would want nothing less.
True.
If she can't nag somebody into doing what she wants, she just makes them magically, but you can't make somebody heal. It takes time.
True. True.
I guess we just get out of initiative. Like,
Fair enough.
it's she's not gonna do it.
So as we get
She's
out
gonna
of,
like be like, well, I gotta get out of this spell before I lose the energy, you know?
Mm-hmm. Since we come as we come out of initiative, Quinn is on the ground, incapacitated.
think,
Roll me your death save, Quinn.
So I would float down and like kick the axe out of his hand. So it would land whatever a
One
few feet
success.
away.
I think would have heard the characteristic sound of a body dropping, and all the other random stuff that was going on, and would kind of pull away from Tia and try to go over to where she thinks she heard Quinn fall. I don't know how accurate that's the hearing didn't develop quite yet, the supersonic hearing, but
Roll me
I do try to go over.
roll me a perception.
Perception. Oh, that's not bad. +9, so 23.
So you have a good idea where you heard the thud.
And I cast aid. I think. Wait, no, I lied. I didn't read this properly. I lied. It's not aid. It's cure wounds. And if I attack it, so that's fourth level 88.
So you roll 88, and then you half it because Quinn is not.
Mhm. Okay, so this is 6, and this is 2, and Quinn can do math, so
I apologize. I did not hear what you're casting. I'm sorry.
Cure wounds.
Oh, cure
Cause,
wounds. Okay,
cause death.
cause
Cause
death.
death.
How many?
Yeah.
How many cures? I'm sorry.
Oh, it's 88.
So
But
it's 25 plus 12. 25
So-
plus 12, and half of that. So
37.
20.
30, half of it is
30, 25 plus 12 is 37.
7.
Divided
Yep.
by 2 is
18.
18. Yeah.
18. Okay. Fair enough.
I wasted a perfectly good spell slot on you.
Does not say out loud.
Oh, wait. It's +4. 88 +4. So, +2. 20.
There you go.
There you go.
So 20 total or half?
Technically
to 10?
20.
20
Yeah, it's
total.
20.
20. Yeah, 20.
Okay. Thank you.
I don't
Mhm.
mean to bother, but are we okay? Are we not okay?
Yeah.
Sarah says
We're-
confusingly.
You keep
We're
asking that
fine
question
now.
and not leaving the
Um,
answer.
We're fine now. Quinn found a new axe, and it's not a friendly axe, but we've taken care of the problem.
Which is a good question, Saito. Where is the axe now?
Leaf kicked it.
Oh.
Where'd you kick it, Leaf?
I kicked it out onto the floor, so it is in the spiky place. I don't know where it landed. How far away do you want it to be? 10 feet?
Roll me your,
What if-
roll your strength.
Would it trigger a tile?
I guess we'll find out.
Just a regular strength check.
Correct.
How do I do that and not do? Oh, I'm sorry. I do it over here, right? Strength. Yes. 19.
It goes clear across the room. You hear a thud sound as it hits the chest.
Okay. That's fine.
Next question. Do I care?
No. You feel kind of
Quinn's-
exhausted, but
Yeah.
you
Quinn's
don't
very
really.
tired.
Yeah.
Oh. Well. Wasn't that interesting?
Does he remember any of it?
I
Does
imagine I
Quinn
do.
remember?
I mean, he does, but he doesn't have to let on that he does.
I'm just curious. So
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
so it,
I mean,
it wasn't
what-
like a you blacked out. You remember trying to kill your friend.
I don't know. Why don't you ask me and role play like we do across the table?
Whoa.
Won't you fly down here and meet me face to face, Mr. Ranger Man?
When do you
Whoa.
feel okay?
I feel fine.
Well, I would hope so. I'm a good healer, you know.
Yeah.
Despite your lack of faith, you know, and
Yeah,
Good
you're
lady.
not half bad. Okay. Fuck this place.
And I raise my staff,
Oh.
and I cast Pass Wall over the entrance which we came in.
Mhm.
And Pass Wall.
I assume it lets us pass through floors, right?
No. So this is hang on to what?
man, if we pass through walls.
Oh, I see. Sorry, I'm not too well on spells.
There we go. Boink.
I
So
know
Pass
some spells,
Wall.
Yes.
Pass Wall. A passage appears at a point of your choice that you can see on a wooden, plaster, or stone surface within range, 30 feet, and lasts for the duration. You choose an opening's dimensions up to 5 foot wide, 8 foot tall, and 20 feet deep.
Damn.
Passage creates creates no instability in a structure surrounding it, and blah blah blah, and then disappears. So, I point to it's like I looked at all of you. I was like,
We came in through here, right?
and
I don't know.
pointing to where the block fell.
Or-
What'd you say,
Moves.
I don't know.
That's where
No.
we came from. Yes.
Okay, and I blow 5 charges off my wand. Say that. Blink. And I cast Pass Wall. What do I see, Saito?
You see a long tunnel, and at the end of the tunnel, it is dark. You're not sure if there is an exit or not.
I'm going by.
And I
Oh,
dart. I
oh.
start down. I just dart
Oh,
Shoot.
well,
Running.
in the darkness.
in the dark. Well, I cast light on
Fair
my
enough.
staff.
As
I,
you,
I, go ahead. I'll let you narrate.
I say, as you run in, I'll let people react to your first, and then I'll tell you the result.
I would assume I was kneeling right there, so I don't know if Quinn's rushing past would have like bumped into me. Especially if I was trying to move, not knowing where Quinn was moving. How would that play off then?
So you're wondering if you would have, or if they would have went through you to kind of a little bit when you
Yeah,
were
like a bounce, I guess, or a bounce.
I wouldn't have purposefully hit them when I run. I would just do a little juke around, and it's like I'm out.
Okay.
Maybe even high hurdle. Quinn's pretty nimble.
I would follow Quinn out, but first I would get a piece of cloth, like out of my my explorer's pack, and I would sort of pick up the axe like a crime victim thing. So I didn't want to get my fingerprints on it, so I made sure I didn't touch it, and I sort of roll it up in there, and
So you-
stick it in my bag.
So you fly
You're
over
gonna-
there and pick up the axe.
I fly over there, but I make sure I don't actually touch the axe. Sure.
Okay. Roll me a save.
A wisdom
no.
It is a no, not wisdom.
Thought it was wisdom.
Let me see. I thought it wasn't.
I rolled wisdoms before.
Oh yeah, it is a wisdom save. Okay, so roll me a wisdom save.
save. Okay.
As you hear,
Tia!
Leroy
Jericho.
You see your
Going in.
nephew
Oh no.
fly across
Um,
the tiles and try to wrap up this axe.
Oh boy.
I have a reroll on
You know,
that.
there's 8 of us and 8 green tiles. Maybe we could just get through this fucking puzzle that we've gotten through half of.
Was it
Instead of
8
going
green
back and
tiles?
starting a new one. That's what Tia says. Yeah, she does drop an F-bomb. She doesn't swear very
Yeah,
often.
I feel like Auntie is like we've done this song and dance.
All right.
Maybe
I
we
have
could
a
just be
9.
sensible.
You have a 9.
I think I've lost
see-
enough in this room.
You see Sarah turn around and be like, "Oh,
8.
she does have a point. 8 is not good. So
I'm
you
giving you advantage. I don't want to
Okay.
fight another friend. I don't want to fight another friend.
Okay.
I'm just worried that Tia's gonna lose the concentration and be like, "Oh, you want to act out?
Okay.
Concentration
So I have,
gone, right in the middle of the spikes."
Good
I
luck
have a
getting to us
19.
now.
I have a 19.
19. 19 does save.
And I would go fly over and land next to Tia, and I'm like, do you know how to go forward through this puzzle? We've been
The
here.
numbers
for-
match. There are 8 of us and 8 blocks. Before we tried 4 people on 4 blocks. We'd only done half the puzzle. Why don't we just complete the puzzle again? Can we just do that before we go back and try a new one?
There are 8 of us.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3,
Yes.
If you include.
Brutus.
Are you
There's
forgetting the 2 NPCs?
Yeah, I'm forgetting the 2
Two?
NPCs.
Oh, sorry.
Hey, don't push me
Oh,
out of the
sorry,
tiles.
sorry.
Hold on a minute.
No, when we entered this room,
Why?
you were an
No.
NPC. I'm so sorry, Gabby. I'm so sorry. When we
1,
entered
2,
the room,
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah.
and you hear Leroy.
Jericho.
Quinn, you hear
Oh,
the
I know.
yelling, but you once you get to the end of the 20 feet, you feel wall.
Oh.
I got 5 more charges.
Wait, Quinn, wait.
Man, don't.
What?
We're gonna try something. This time, all of us all at once.
We've been trying. Did you
No.
see? I'm having a very bad day.
And I
We
run down the
spent 3
hallway.
sessions here. I
And
met you guys here.
I turned my
We're
way back.
still here.
I turned back and I walked back in.
That's it.
I'm sorry, Quinn.
Oh, so this is all fucking my fault now,
no,
Tia, is it?
why? No, stop.
I mean, you grabbed a cursed item and you started
Wait.
fighting us, so it is your fucking fault.
Slow
Yeah.
An
down.
adventurer, it's what I do.
But that's what happened.
So it's your fault.
So
Because you
that's
used to
what
do it.
happened.
Nope, it's not my fault. It was the axe's fault, and I don't grouse about it.
All right. How about this? We'll
Oh, by the way,
discuss-
I died.
You died. Yeah.
No, you
Yeah, I
didn't.
died.
No, you didn't. You didn't die.
Oh, yes, I did.
Yeah.
I died.
Oh no, he's in the death club.
I died. So
I died.
I would like
before
to
it
know.
was cool.
I would
But
like to
you just
propose that we have
unconscious.
Tuesday sewing club so that we can sew little death's heads together. All right?
What?
Maybe we'll get
No
matching
one's dying
tattoos
on
when
my
this is all
watch.
done.
Push up,
So,
I got
so
you.
Tia, you had a plan. We've
Yes,
tried a
let's
lot of
all
things,
stand on the squares that lit up green because
Okay.
we only did it
and
halfway
and
last time.
I'm like right there with it. So sure, I would go like let's see. I have to go look at my little.
It's 2 blocks at the front and then it goes out in a diamond.
Two,
And it's in 2
two.
blocks, right?
I'm already over here, so I will just I guess I will just land on
Oh,
this.
yeah, I
on this
figured
tile.
it.
Someone's going to have to carry Sarah.
Okay.
Oh,
Well,
here.
Sarah
I
doesn't
will.
have to go on the furthest ones away. They could go on the ones right near.
Yeah, I
here.
was like, she
Yeah.
can just go on the ones
Why
right
don't
here.
yeah?
and
Why
me and
don't
her-
Tia and Leif go in the ones that we can escape from?
But I would suggest you help her because I don't think she can
Yeah.
see where to walk.
That's what I was gonna do.
Fine.
So all of you are
Alright.
just forgetting I'm also in the blind club. This is
I
great.
grab you by
Oh,
the
we
wrist.
kind of assume Slate's gonna help you. Don't you
Yeah.
worry.
I grab you by the wrist, and I'm like, all right,
I was like,
You're gonna
Slate's got more strength than I do.
you're gonna take a step
I'm
this
likely
way,
to try.
and
Alright,
then
do you want to move your token tier, or do you want me to move it? Or I don't know how.
I got distracted by.
it's okay.
I know. I just didn't
We're
know if
all
you were
just-
doing it on your phone or something, and that was like annoyingly small.
Appreciate you. Thank you. I also have my laptop running.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if you did.
I
Alright.
did that.
Appreciate that though.
So I'm gonna go to our chat so I can remember which tiles. Oh, there you are, the cool grid. Thank you. I assume green is good.
These two were good,
Yeah, it's basically diagonal up
and
from
these two
Sarah
were good.
and Van.
Alrighty. So I'll help Erm. Is it this one? Let me actually just
Ermin is the other purple-haired figure who hasn't moved.
So
Yeah.
so you
Yeah,
need
Arm is that.
it's this one, this one,
this one.
and this one, and then the same on the other side. It's a diamond shape.
It's flatted
So-
together.
So Tia, how do you feel when you see the two people who probably should have came in last when doing the diagonal step on the tiles first?
Oh, then.
Okay.
Oh, I just
def-
moved them. I didn't even think about order of moving them. I just moved them there.
They're just 5 feet. We can move within spaces. Just can you keep the hugs to, a couple seconds?
Absolutely.
Like, let's just move it along.
And Quinn, do you want to take?
Where do you want me to move?
Quinn, do you want to take the right hand side?
Sure.
All right. And this is a clean one too, right?
Mhm.
Saito, can you
That's a
remind me
clean
of how holding a spell works? Do I
Alright.
spend the spell slot if I don't use the spell?
There?
No.
Is there what you
Yeah.
want me?
It's
Yeah.
not
I would like to
spot of you.
hold disintegrate.
Oh God. So, question, because we are moving, I still need to know how you're getting past Phanindra and Sarah.
Okay.
Well-
you guys will have to step
Oh,
out of the way.
well-
Yeah, I was like,
Because
I
we
just
do-
assumed we
Because
stepped
we
out of the
do
way.
know it's weighted. That does have a problem.
Yeah, I was
Well-
like, I just assumed we step out of the way and we go last.
Right,
I
you
just
can't have two people stand on them, so you can't push past them. So
Right.
they do.
yeah, I
Yeah.
just moved
have
my
to-
character
That's
there
right.
on accident out
Yeah.
of order.
You're
So
right.
stick
They
my-
can't pass by.
I stick my finger in the hole I left in Fernandra from the axe and then just kind of pull, like, get
Ah.
off the square.
I figured, and you can tell me yes, no, maybe so. Those who have sight go first,
Mm-hmm.
and then just slowly pull another person in the same straight line.
Right,
Forward,
the two people
just
who
forward
can't
off the same
see can
spot.
be on the two closest squares, like so.
These tiles have the grooves, right?
They
These
have.
tiles have the grooves.
Yeah, they're raised.
They're raised.
So that
Gently.
means if someone hands me a stick or a sword, I would.
They're
feel
all
the
raised
groove.
across the board.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
They
Tell you
only
what,
change
I'm-
colors when they
forward
hit
over
the.
a ridge.
You
Yeah.
would be able to feel where it starts, but that'd be about it.
But
All right.
Fan, you could lead Sarah, and Slate, you could lead
Yeah,
Herm.
I'm going to take out 2 javelins. I'll hand one to Spinandra. The javelins are usually around like 4 or 5 feet, so that should be enough to separate us by tile. And I'll take mine, and I'll put the javelin's handle in Erm's hand.
I think there's more than 8 tiles.
So we'll figure it out.
Hold on.
This is safe. This is safe.
You could
This is
use your
safe.
chest. Can we use your chest if we need extra weight on a tile?
We could try that. Yeah.
No, it's
You
got,
can try
it's
minor
got the
illusion,
it's
I
got
don't
the
know if that
cable
counts.
wired into the bottom of it, so I don't think we can move it.
You never
Oh,
know
the-
until we try.
Well, I don't think we should do it while everyone
Well,
is
everyone's
out on the
yes.
floor.
I'll do that next if we don't make any progress.
She can't
but,
see that everyone's there. I'm joking.
God damn it. Sorry. I'm gonna slowly guide
Okay.
onto the tiles that are there.
Okay, so go ahead. Move your character. So I have an
So
idea.
I think I'll have go in front of me. And I'll as they're walking with the javelin handle on there, and I will like adjust left or right to make sure they're they're pointing their feet in that direction, and then should guide you. Oops, sorry, just click
Oh.
to
They're
over
moving your right
here.
moves.
Is that the correct tiles, gang?
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay. And I'll point to Slick Click, or yeah, I'll point to the characters. The characters point.
You're
Slick
gonna
Click,
break
do
the
what I
fourth
did.
wall and point
Do what
directly
I'm
to me.
doing. I'm just looking, pointing at the ceiling. Use the
Cut.
javelin and do the same thing.
Cut.
Sorry, I forgot my lines. I'm so sorry.
I
I'm
can't
a
work
movie
like
guy.
this. I'll be in my trailer.
So
All right, so yeah, I'm gonna do
Yeah,
the
I'm
same
gonna piss
thing.
you off so you banish me.
It's
What's
not real.
it's never been real. It was all an illusion.
Yeah.
It was all a dream.
All right, so as you all set up, you see the light, the green light appear, and you hear a click sound as the green shows underneath the tiles. The following tile, let me tap it.
Mhm.
So, the one that Sarah is on, and the one that Brutus is on, the one that Tia is on, Leaf, Quinn, and are on all light up green, and the chest opens.
Ooh, do you see inside, gang?
I would look inside since I'm
Yeah,
the
you
closest.
It is.
Is it?
It is. Well, you guys looted the chest of the axe from it.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, but does it? It doesn't
Oh,
have
so
like
this
a,
is how we
a
unlock the
bottom that
chest. This
opens
is
up
great.
into.
This is-
Does anything more happen?
Is there a
No.
false bottom? Or,
Nope.
Okay, so
So you guys put your packs on the other two squares.
okay.
Heavy enough.
So, just a theory, since there's not enough of us for 10 squares, like when we all stood on the front ones, it opened the chest. Maybe if we stand on the back ones, it opens.
We are flying still.
So
So, if
sure.
I,
So everyone stay where you are, and I will
Okay.
just float
Just
down
stand.
here.
Don't move. We will move.
Okay, so I will just float down here and
Mhm.
land on the ones closest to the entrance. Do you want to follow suit there, Tia?
Sir.
Okay.
You see the following tiles light up: Sarah's, Fernandra's, Tia's, Leaf, Slate, and Erm's, and the wall, just the consistent barricade, starts to fall apart and crumble.
oh no, we're going to. Oh wait, never mind. It looks like it's working.
And it opens up 60 feet out, and you can see light.
falls. Was leaning on the wall.
Yeah.
Erm falls. Where does Erm fall?
You said the
I'm
wall.
assuming if she was leaning on the wall.
No,
probably into
no,
it.
the
I would-
leaving wall.
Oh, the
And-
leaving
and
wall.
The
and I-
leaving
I
wall,
give-
the,
I give-
which
The
in
one.
which Quinn already put a hole in.
Correct.
Mhm. A 20-foot hole.
Yep, 20 foot under
Right.
60
I
feet.
was only 10 foot. Just needed 10 more feet.
And
60 feet deep?
I give
You
Tia
need
a
40.
little elbow, like
Could have done it.
hmm?
She gives it like the same exact elbow back, just sort of just like copies it exactly.
and I take her in the crook of my arm and we just like walk out like it's a parade.
Oh, you're going to walk on the tiles? On the other tiles?
We're on the edge
we're-
ones, so
we're-
as
yeah,
soon as
they're
we
on the
start
edge
walking,
ones.
we're on the safe ones.
We're on the safe ones. Because she's got a ranger with her, we know where the fucking tiles are, man.
Speaking of that, where's my fucking axe?
We've taken a few walks together, you know?
Mm,
Yeah.
mm.
Over there.
So we walk out the end of the tunnel and I don't know where I do not want to hang on to this axe, but I don't want anyone else to know where it is. So I would say before, they're behind us, I'm just gonna go put it under a rock.
Would it fit? Oh no, Tia's got a clutch. Never mind.
And I would
It doesn't fit.
actually I would talk about this with Tia, and I'm like, I do not think any of us want to hang on to this thing. And besides, the king wants this, and if we take it into the fortress, he may get it.
That's
And
really a problem.
I don't think it's gonna help us any.
Most of my magic is devoted to people.
I mean, the only thing is he is a Yuan-Ti, and if somebody like wants to kill him with this thing, that would be great. But how do we haul this thing around for 20 hours, weeks, years?
Yeah. Cast spell magic on the axe real quick.
Dispel magic?
Uh-huh.
You do cast dispel magic.
So I'd like to use the version where I roll.
So roll me.
That'd be third level. Just
No.
third level, you could,
Fun.
per the spell, you would then have a
For-
DC to roll based
For
upon
each
the
spell
level.
of 4th level or higher on the target, make an ability check using your spellcasting ability.
So essentially, yeah, roll your charisma, or yeah, your charisma with spellcaster modifiers. And...
Yeah, I need a 19 to beat a 9th level spell.
Unless Saito says different. Right. It's our game.
Well, I mean,
I am
Saito can
curious.
protect her items with plot armor, and I don't object. Like, I understand
no,
that.
you're fine.
No, I think
Okay.
it's a good move. And,
Yeah, I
and
think
we'll
it's a
see
really
what
smart
happens.
move.
I'd like to do that with advantage, obviously.
Smart.
I would feel more bad about this, but you said there was one charge left above the table. You know, like,
And
so I'm not.
could,
I don't feel terrible.
could I give her like any kind of help? Like, yay, go team.
Not for this, no.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, you're inspired. Doesn't give you anything now, but you're inspired.
You do it with such gusto. You cast that spell, damn it. You cast that spell.
You cast that
indeed.
spell, girl.
Oh God, I need to roll
Do
right.
you want to reroll?
Yeah, I have them.
Okay.
So, like, I'm not trying to save them for anything, but I
Okay,
do
I'll
just
let-
want to try a second time.
Go ahead.
I'm not gonna do this all night, even though I do have a lot of.
And I feel like we should have plenty of time because like you have to get the blind people off the floor and you not step on the tiles and you know.
And I can do subtle spell.
Yeah.
Okay. Guys, don't fuck around, okay?
I didn't say anything.
No, any
I
blind
popped my
people.
character sheet out, so it takes. You know what? The dice have a story to tell.
Well, that's good because
Where she goes.
I need to I was like, I've never had to do that before. Technically, I will tell you with your dispel, I will grant you this. It is a curse.
Okay.
It is a curse. So, I was like secretly researching them in the background because I was like, does dispel curses? In 5e, it's like yes and no.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Yeah.
Your choice. Yeah, it really is up to
Tia
you.
would still
discretion.
try this. So I am
Yes.
definitely going to use
So-
this spell slot because Tia would try it.
oh, absolutely. I get it.
Yeah.
It was a smart
Okay.
move. It's a smart move, 100%. If you would have gotten it off,
So-
it would have been good.
Yeah, so she just kind of like frowns a little bit at it, and like after way too small an amount of time to like satisfy Leif, I'm sure, she says, "There's nothing I can do." Because it doesn't seem like I use subtle spell.
Mhm.
So I guess we have to hide it.
I would, you know, I would do it right outside the entrance, you know, and I would just put it somewhere out of sight where I could come back and find it, I guess, if I needed to. But but it wouldn't be obvious to anyone unless you went looking for it.
Magical items are specifically also excluded from things like disintegrate,
Mhm.
just to be clear.
Yep.
Yeah.
This spell magic was the only.
No, that's
No,
fine.
that's
and I
really-
figure
that was
we
really
can have a
smart.
discussion. We can have a you know, and I'm like,
Yeah.
you know, we
I just
can,
want everyone at the table to know that, like, I wasn't just picking randomly. Like, I did
no,
try.
no, not at all.
No, that was really good.
And I'm like, I don't know. I'll talk to Slate and see if he thinks we should. I mean, it could be a powerful weapon against the king, but boy, this thing
It's
has
just a
got
shame it
some
doesn't fit
bad
my
juju
nose.
on it. Like, I don't really want to carry this fucking thing around.
And while they're doing that, and so I ask, it's like,
Slate. Oh, one. Sorry about that. I wasn't myself.
It's fine.
Two. Why isn't it back in the case?
The axe.
Yeah, because that protected it from all eyes. You couldn't see shit when you were in there. That is essentially protects it and keeps it out of the king's hands.
And out of his view.
Yes.
I think someone else has
And
it.
I get up, I get real close, and you don't want anyone else to have that.
I see.
Like none of us. It's kind of nasty.
I could tell the fact that I could beat the hell out of you and you're still grinning was kind of terrifying.
Yeah, you knew that wasn't Quinn. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
that
would
was
have
something
been,
else.
I would have already cowered. I would have said uncle so many times.
Yeah, that's what I was like, I was only giving you headbutts, and that was even a bit more than that. I was just about to help you.
Yeah, and I think it's healing, but there is still blood, dried blood from Quinn's eyes and rivulets down his cheeks.
Hey.
The ear kind of cauliflowering out a little bit.
Oh no!
And there's a limp. There's just a very, very. Well, this is going to take a while. So.
I like to imagine that, like, yeah, it's gonna take a while to heal, and it's just like this big U shape in your forehead, just like. I'll see who has it. Give me
it's
one
The
second.
Walking Dead all over again.
Give me like 2 seconds, and Quinn. It's like we'll walk away from Quinn. And
You're
ask.
dragging behind you.
Absolutely.
Hasn't let go.
Actually, I take back my javelin, and I'll just have you grab onto like the sash that is a part of my clothing. That way, you don't feel like you're far off.
And I walk over to, and I stand, or we're walking with Fernandra, and I say,
I must apologize. I really wasn't myself. There's that axe has a mind of its own. It's rather overcoming. If you, we should really put it back in the box. I don't think it's really not safe being outside of it.
I mean,
Oh, hi, Sarah.
what are you trying to say? That we have the axe?
I'm afraid I don't have it, but it's not back in the chest, and none of us have it in this immediate area, right? Fernandra,
My
you don't have the
Fernandra
axe, right?
is not a thief. If there's
I know.
anything, he is not. He is not a thief.
Okay.
Everyone's response.
Boy, I'm sad I'm too far away to hear
Could you
that.
just
Yes.
could you step away?
With
Thank
with
you.
0 attacks. Shouts out,
Yeah.
"Who has the axe? Put it back in the box."
Give me grandmother.
Now, are we
Edwina
close enough
Beckenbauer.
to hear at this point?
I mean, you definitely
Right,
hear
it's on the land,
something,
it
but
should
I'm
echo.
sure it's not. It's not easy
Okay.
to understand,
Okay.
as it would.
So,
It just
I'll-
sound like.
we'll just wait for them to get closer and
You hear a high pitched sound, and you don't think, something's wrong.
Oh, we hear some bellowing. I mean,
it's
you're only
it's just
50 feet
very,
away.
it's just very echoey. Maybe everyone's really excited to not be in that room for
Candy?
another 3
True.
episodes.
But
Or-
regardless of what we hear, we're certainly not going to answer that question. That sounds like trouble.
True. Also true. Also true. As you continue, like Sarah gives you like a little bit of a tug, Fernandra, and says, "Come on, let's go wherever that direction is." And it would be best to
Oh.
trust Fernandra. He's very loyal, and he would never steal.
Right.
Okay.
So when Slate, I see Slate come out, with thing, I would motion him over to me because I was intending to talk to him anyway when
Okay.
he got out, and I would, sort of pull him aside and be like, is Quinn all right? I mean, we didn't really have time to check on him after we.
Quinn wants you to put the axe back in the box.
Do you hear loudly?
I would have had him like park you somewhere because I would have a one-on-one with.
Erm was not being
That was-
separated from Slate. There's no way.
I like to imagine, like,
You
as
gotta
I'm
work
like,
on your stating things prior to saying things.
That's funny.
I said I was going to do a one-on-one with Slate. I
Yeah.
wouldn't have let someone else just walk behind him. I want to have a conversation with him about
So you
what to
try.
do with this.
You can try,
and that
but you see that is following.
Okay.
I like to imagine like the cloth or the rope that I have holding onto. They like tie it around their wrists instead of like holding onto it. It's like, yeah, you're not going to let it go of me. That's a simple long and short.
And I'm like, could you sit down for a moment so I can speak with Slate? And we'll come right
No.
back. We just and
Above table, I completely understand.
okay.
Needed to know that. But one, Erm's going through it right now. There's no way Erm's gonna
Okay.
let go of like someone who has eyes.
Fair.
But also not knowing what's going on and knowing that okay, axe back in the box is a good idea.
No, I'm getting there. I'm just trying to get there the way I had intended to do it at the
Well,
bit. But that's
I
fine.
think-
sir.
Again,
So I can tell that
I
you're
get
not going to
that
let go of
completely.
No, I get it. Okay, it's fine. That's fine. So we can just pick it up. Like so, I'm like, okay, well, and I would pull the two of you aside then, and I would say, look, I would ask if Quinn was okay, and and does he seem like he's back to normal, like his normal
Demeanor.
normal in scare
and
quotes.
I mean, besides the 6-inch dent I put in their forehead, they seem a bit more calmer
Well,
than they were earlier.
maybe that you'll rattle some sense into him, but
This
Um,
is the nicest
he's-
they've ever
he-
been.
whatever connection he had with the axe you think is broken.
I like to imagine so, but
Well-
from what they said, the axe, when it's put into the box, and I assume closed, it's sealed off from the world, including the king's eyes. And
Oh, I forgot about that. Yes. Well, I didn't want to carry it. I also didn't want it to fall into the wrong hands. So, do you think we should put it back?
I could also just carry the box on my back, and then we'll figure that out.
You'll probably have to carry me on your back too. So
Well,
Very
that
like
might-
Demon
that
Slayer
might
like.
get to- That might get it, in the way later on if we are in, a fight, and then the box falls down, the axe falls out, and then like whatever.
I see one of two options. We put it back in the box, hope for the best that the king doesn't know where it is, and then we leave it at that. Or I could
And-
hold on to it.
Dia sends a
Um,
message to Leif, which just says, "I have an idea. Hear me out."
Okay.
And she's like at the end of the hallway, just sort of like,
I like to-
looking deliberately nonchalant.
I like to
Oh.
imagine like I'm talking to you, Leaf, and it's like the message comes in, it's like womp 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 womp, like from Slave,
And
like very
alright.
peanut style.
and I'll like, all right, I need to think for a minute, and I would
Sure.
walk away from Slate and
Yep.
and I would walk over and talk with Tia.
Yep. That's fine.
No,
And
there-
Tia's like,
I forgot that the box acts as a shield for this.
I know,
for
but it
this
doesn't
axe that
matter.
no one-
Doesn't matter. Why don't we just take it somewhere else? My limitation is that it has to involve a person. You're a person.
You want to banish me, and then I'll just drop the axe in the other plane?
What's wrong with this?
Love it.
And she she waits till you get the axe, and then she's like,
Does she tell anyone, or is she gonna just have it on?
So I just pick it up
This
and,
is our
and I'm
secret.
like, somewhere warm with nice rum drinks.
I'll do what I can.
I'm only going to be there for 10 minutes, so, or, until you drop the spell, I guess. Or,
I'll give you almost the full time.
okay. Because I want to find a good spot. So I like, I like click my heels together or something just for goofiness, and as she banishes me.
So you do this in front of like, assumingly of
No,
everyone.
he's come all the way back down the
Yeah.
60 feet because they're still hanging out in that room despite being desperate to get out of it.
No, they're already
Yeah,
out.
no, I think
we're
that
out.
everyone's come out onto the
Yep.
onto those
Oh
rocks.
yeah, so you might just like go get the axe and Tia would just cast it immediately.
Yeah, I think that's what we.
Doesn't
would do.
matter what you guys think.
As soon as you said it, I'm like, oh, that's a great idea. Let's do that.
Yeah. So you go haul it out from behind the rock.
And Quinn walks up to Slate and says, and holding up a staff.
I should have used Mage Hand the first time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So where is? Do we know where it is? Because I can just pick it up and safely move it where it needs to go.
I think that they're discussing where to put it, and I could be wrong.
And you
Oh,
see
all
it
right.
disappear.
Let him.
Yep.
Is that the axe doing? What?
What? What's going on?
We're hiding
What
there.
just
Axe
happened?
never made me invisible. Don't worry.
And I whisper to Leaf just disappeared, but I think that might just be Tia's magic.
Well, yeah,
She's
because the effect of Tia's banishment is like a lace curtain swirling around the
and
person.
I've seen it a
it's
few
very
times.
obvious.
Yeah.
People don't just blink out. It's spectacular.
It had to have an impact. I feel you. So yeah.
Flare.
I love it.
Yes.
I've been
Exit
muted the
stage
whole time.
left.
How long
Yeah.
have I been muted?
This whole time.
We thought
Click,
you were
click.
The
quiet.
last time you remember
Click,
somebody
click.
responding to you.
Yes.
Click,
Wow.
click.
Wow, that's a
I
rookie.
thought
That's a
I thought
rookie
I was
mistake
So
right
wait.
unmuted and
there.
responded the whole time.
I
Wow.
assumed you stayed quiet because you didn't want to defend yourself and look bad in front of Sarah. You were just like, yeah, what Sarah said. You just stayed
Yeah.
quiet.
I'm not a thief.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
not
the about the thief part. Yeah, but anyways.
It's all a big misunderstanding.
But yes.
I mean,
So-
technically, with the shop, it kind of was.
So where does
Life
Tia
went
send me?
So as you disappear, with the curtains and all, this is your first time, Fernandra, seeing it happen to someone else.
So for context,
Up here, making sure I'm on the right plane still.
He starts touching himself.
Everything looks normal over here.
for context, it happens a lot to Fernandra, the
Mhm.
banishment spell.
It happens
I'm
once an
pretty sure
episode.
we're at 4 or 5. One of the
Checking
two.
his parts.
One more, he gets a free frozen yogurt.
1 point.
Oh, good.
That's
I
right.
come
The
back
yogurt's
with
also
yogurt?
cursed.
He's
I already-
been getting his card stamped every time he gets banished.
Exactly. I get my boba on the 5th one.
Are you
The
okay,
boba's also
Fernandra?
cursed.
You really don't need to be hurt. I'm sure these people they just don't know you as well as I do. I hope it didn't hurt your feelings when they called you a thief.
No, it didn't hurt my feelings.
That's
Although-
good.
I whispered to Erm, he's really a thief, don't tell her.
The amount of times you guys don't say "not tell her" something is once per episode. It just
And
builds.
then you claim
Oh.
to not be lying to her, like pick one.
It's just, do we
If
get
only-
the other off nicely or not? Who knows?
Leaf, your vision goes out, and you appear back, but this time it's in. While it seems to be travel itself. You have the same experience one would share with Fernandra. As you reappear on the ground of the family home, glitter in your face as the color spray is still there.
I haven't forgotten.
And I'm like, what the fuck happened here?
There is glitter everywhere. More towards the front of the door for some reason than anywhere else.
Right. Maybe somebody sent a singing telegram. Who knows what? Okay.
There's a little bit of a cozy feeling about it.
I feel like, I don't know, would there be a secret place in our home, like a trapdoor or a false cupboard or something like that, the family would know about, like where maybe we kept our money or valuables or something like that?
I would leave that up to you.
Okay. So I would say there would be in the kitchen, there would be a cabinet that has a false back, with 6 or 8 inches of space behind it, and I would put the axe there and I would close it up.
As you go to close it up,
I would make a nice cup of tea after. Okay, go ahead.
as you go to close it up, at the kitchen table you hear a weird, like, magic zing sound as curtains appear, and you see almost like a vision of you sitting at the table, making eye contact heavily, and he's with a soft grin. He says, "Oh, I do remember being a little bit too early." As you drop your cup and reappear in front of Tia, you may say what you need now, as everyone sees Leaf reappear.
And I would say, we should talk about this perhaps later. So was the Leif that appeared older, younger, same age, like what I
Older.
recognized? Older. Okay. So
Older, well armored.
Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything I need to do immediately. But I would say let's something. The axe is hidden, but there may be. I may come back to get it at some point in the future.
Whatever you need to do. I want you
Go ahead.
to. I have ambitions. You're very precious to me.
Then I squeeze her hand, and then we walk back over to the crowd, to the rest of the party.
Oh, there you two are. So I should have used Mage Hand before, and I think we should put the axe back in that protective holding. The chest itself is isolated from this current plane of existence, so that is I had a conversation with the thing, and it's not good.
I see. Well, I've
Where
hidden
is it?
On another planet.
So the place, like, just to make sure I understand, Saito. So was I in another plane, or was I just like in another location on this plane, or I don't know?
It really feels like you were. It may feel like you were in another plane, but that plane really resembled the current one. But
Got it.
you can never be
but
sure.
I don't know. But yep, fair.
Especially seeing another version of you looking back at you.
Yep, that's okay. Tia had the idea to banish me to another plane, and I hid the axe in that plane and returned.
That's really smart, Sarah says, clapping in a random direction.
Because
I would agree.
I agree
would
with
agree.
you, Queen. I think that thing is incredibly dangerous, and I don't think any of us want to have it, and I don't think we want the king to get it.
That was kind of a roundabout way of doing it, but yeah, that works, I guess. Okay. Yep.
Excellent. And I'm so
Fine.
sorry you went through that, Quinn. It's so hard to act without your own volition.
Tia. And I kind of reach out just a little bit, just lightly touch her arm and say, I died.
I'm so sorry. It's hard, isn't
I
it?
know. I understand what you've gone through. I'm so sorry.
I know, and
Sometimes you have to walk through someone's shoes in order to understand them, and I
I go put my arms
apologize.
around both of them, and I'm like, we all died in there. Like,
I go to and say
Good.
it's a thing. It's they yeah.
Should we get tattoos?
Wait.
Yes.
Wait.
should.
Dies
Sarah-
on my
Absolutely
watch.
should.
I know.
Sarah looks puzzled. People died?
Yeah.
It's been a rough week.
Yes, but we come back. It's all part
Yeah.
of the thing.
Slate has a war flashback to the previous life. I'm like, yeah, we died.
We missed like 2 deaths in like the past 2 hours. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know how you manage that, but
I mean, imagine if you weren't here.
I didn't even feel him that one time. I believe it was Leaf who had died while floating.
Wait, Leaf died?
Apparently.
We listen.
I don't
we,
know. I can't remember. I'm asking. Someone died and they were
someone
floating.
that was still
I was
floating.
out on the. I was investigating the box, and the spikes came down, and
yes.
we
And
haven't.
because
I had,
Tia
I
had
been healed
concentration.
since we flew the floptercopter here, and
That's right. I forgot about
You
that.
know what? You see Sarah like kind of hug on Fernandra's like arm and kind of whispers, "That really shows how strong you are. That you're the
Oh
only
my
one
God.
who didn't die."
I almost want to punch Fernandra in his face.
But that,
Just say,
but
yeah,
that
yeah.
didn't say anything.
I know, but it's like now you have died. Congratulations.
Honestly, one punch probably would do
Yeah,
it.
I was gonna say he's only had so much health left from everything.
But like,
I'm at
Unless
12.
there's-
Only one punch will probably do
oh
it.
yeah.
I'm supposed to
well-
slave. When I grow up, I don't want to be here. Like, I can't really punchline up many jokes like that.
No.
No.
So
can
how
Can I maybe
Yes.
get some healing?
You.
well,
Yes, as you see,
I mean, should
I
Kinda
turn. I
limps
hear
over.
that. I hear that. I'm like, you. I have this dent in my head still.
Whoops.
this,
Oh,
should
yes.
we-
Lord,
this eye is
yes,
still
Lord,
rather
yes.
I was
closed.
gonna say, should we? I
Boy.
feel like
Points to back, and I've got
we
this.
have
So
5 more entrances to try to get through, and
Let's make camp.
You can
I
make
think we
camp.
should make camp.
oh yeah, we can make camp. Yeah.
And I have a thingy for us to kind of protect us in the camp.
All
So,
right.
What is it?
So I can do something. So one. It's called it is a hearth of moonlight and shadow. So so I can create a 30-foot sphere that gives us +5 bonus to stealth and perception checks, and no light can exit it. So we can have a nice fire. Because it's in the desert, I'm assuming it's going to get cold here, and no one can see us.
And how long does
Wow.
that last?
8 hours.
Wow.
No.
Okay.
Mhm.
I'll start getting the camp ready,
Sweet.
and I'll have help out.
Oh,
You don't have a choice.
Oh.
You're tied, remember?
Yeah, you're tied.
Yeah.
Well, I said you're tied, but you don't have to be tied.
no, that's fine. That works, actually.
I have some old lumber.
I'm sorry. Didn't mean
You're
to
good. No,
interrupt.
you're good.
I want to be prepared for something too, because I am able to scry before we go sleepy peepees. Would it be worth to scry on our vampire friend? I mean, I've seen him. Well, felt him. I don't know if I can actually scry into him. I could give it
I
a
could
shot.
probably, if Saito would allow it, I could do a minor illusion of him, and that would
Ooh.
per
Perfect.
se let you see him.
That would be perfect.
I mean, I can't
it would-
stop you from doing that. What do you mean?
I just didn't know if like you would allow that to work.
What
is
a
what I
Well,
was
you know,
find
this
out.
is
We'll
you
find
know,
out.
this is it's an ability I have. So if
Yeah.
it doesn't work, it doesn't work. You know,
Yeah.
but
Well,
I
no,
want
I'm
to. But
talking
I'm
about the minor illusion part. Like,
Well, I
there's
meant
nothing I
right,
literally
yeah.
can do
no,
to stop
no.
that.
I was meaning like allowing that to count for scrying is more of what I
We'll
meant.
find out.
We'll see. We'll see if it works.
you
I
know,
didn't know.
this is one of
Yeah.
you can certainly try kind of moments.
Exactly.
Oh,
Fernandra does wonderful story times with illusionary magic. We could do a camp story. Sarah says with
And I lean down at it and say, Sarah, you don't have to be Fernando's hype man anymore. We already know he's pretty good at what he does. Okay.
what
I'll
does he
go
do?
to Quinn. Look at the time.
Hey, yo, do we have that fire going?
Yep, going.
I'd
Secret
also like to
flame
say
to
to you,
start a
Sarah, that
fire.
you have an identity and power beyond his, and that you exist without him, and you are important. We understand
Right.
that you love Fernando very much, and you think he's worthy, but you know, you're worthy too.
Exactly.
Thank
Exactly.
you, Tia.
We're empowering. Well, this
she-
this group is all about empowering.
She gives you like a little bit of a subtle nod and smiles. It's the first time she's done it in the correct direction.
So proud of her. She did it twice today.
Hey,
Do you say that in the correct direction?
Yeah, I was gonna say says the wrong direction.
You know, we never thought about a group name. Maybe the Empowerers. Doesn't that kind of roll off your tongue?
Maybe.
All right. Again, back to my first question. Do you think it would benefit us if I could scry on our vampire friend, see what he's up to right now?
Could you do that after we're arrested in case he tries to pop in with our lovely friend? Because I don't want to deal with that right.
I mean, I feel
No,
like
I-
if he
I
was
think
gonna
he's
do
trying
that,
to
whether
focus.
Quinn scries or not is not going to.
I don't need to motivate him. You know, he just told us to eat fingers.
And
Well, I know,
honestly,
if
if he
it-
was gonna do that, he would have done it by now.
Well, and he's
Wait,
going to
what?
figure
when
out.
Did he ask to eat fingers? Did I miss something?
Yeah,
Your
he.
He has your
Uh,
fingers, hun.
Oh, that is unfortunately true. She does nod her head
Yeah.
slowly to that. That is very
That's-
factual.
Well, he also tried to get. Well, let's just say he wanted us to
Yeah.
mutilate ourselves for his amusement.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not unlikely of him. He
Mhm.
doesn't he does enjoy the thrill of opportunity. I would never take him up on it. I've seen many times that some people have the hope that it will resolve in a positive direction, but really he never truly gives you what he says he's
Mhm.
going to.
The house always wins.
Good to know. Not that we were going to follow through, but good to know that
Mhm.
he's a liar, even more than you might have guessed. So, I think you should try and scry on him.
Yeah.
That would certainly rattle his cage a bit.
Yeah, worst case, he knows, and who cares?
You guys
Yeah.
are too cool about dying.
Oh,
You
no.
guys do
Oh.
like to die. What?
I just, I want
I'll-
to.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and do the
I want you
minor.
to fuck with him, Quinn. Go for it.
Yeah, do the minor illusion of the king, so Quinn can at least know what he looks like to scry.
Oh my God.
Wow.
All right, let me look up the spell real quick.
I think doesn't name work too?
It's part of the ability, so let me just look up scry. I don't know why I keep using this voice when I'm actually doing
By
something
the way,
like in
what
real
is
life.
this
but, you
king's
know.
name besides like douchebag?
Right.
Like they
Eska, I think is what it was.
Okay, I keep
Wisdom.
forgetting.
Something along those lines.
Okay, so
don't even
you can see
remember
his
our-
creature.
Our perpetrator?
Oh boy.
It's not
I
all
don't-
that
I
important.
prefer to
I
call
don't
him
need a name to
douchebag.
take care of him.
Tesco, is it that?
Pepsi?
Piggly,
No, that's not
Piggly,
it.
Piggly Wiggly, something like that. It's the name of some store.
Fernandra, sweetheart.
Mm-hmm.
correct me if I'm wrong, and you may do so because I'm not
Uh-huh.
as educated on spells as you are because you
Uh-oh.
went to school. But does not a minor illusion work on only your memory of what you remember of him?
Um, ba, 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 ba. Doesn't technically say, but I would presume so.
So if you cannot remember his name properly, what makes you think you can remember what he looks like?
Because I was with him while, I was with my ex, the princess.
Which one would you say scorned you more in your memory?
Hmm.
Yeah, Fernando, which one hates you the
The
most?
I guess the ex. I don't know. They both scorn me just as bad, I guess. I don't.
I guess what I'm asking is if you can remember her name better than you can remember his name, it might be better to go for someone who's a little bit more fresh on your memory than someone who you are struggling to remember their name. Either or,
I
I'm
mean,
sure you have
yeah.
multiple opportunities to do it, so you can definitely attempt it either way. I just want to make sure that you have the most success in your opportunities because that is what matters the most.
Plus, who is this other person that you want me to, other than Doofus Face?
It would be his daughter, the princess.
Well,
His daughter, the princess. Well,
And it wouldn't be terrible to have to have an opportunity to strike her if he truly values her life so terribly much. She might be a good implement to take care of or strike first.
Is this you being petty? Because I'm loving it.
I mean, she blushes
Spoken like a true
heavily.
elf.
She blushes heavily. I don't know about petty. I mean, I feel like it would be just natural for.
I'm not hating. I'm not hating at all. Like I'm.
I feel like they're both
this-
talking to each other, but they're not talking at each other. They're like just talking slightly away from each other as they talk. Go ahead.
I lean over to whomever can listen. I say, I take that back. I think I like her.
I think the three of us, the three daddies, are all still hugging.
Yeah, the daddies. The Dead Zone. That should be our team name. The Dead Zone.
No.
Anyway, well, it's probably now. There's
Yeah.
some wisdom. There's a lot of wisdom here. Let me tell you, because I have to be able to overcome the subject's will, if you will, and this person has probably got a lot less will than her daddy. I'm just going to make that
I can
assumption.
guarantee you that's possible.
But on the other end, I have kind of met Daddy. I'm just going to refer to him as Daddy now.
Well, how many
in
times
conversation.
can you do it? How much magic?
Well,
can
I
you
can
spell?
do it. I can do it once. Well, this is a special ability, and I can only. It's not like a spell, so I can only do it once a day. So I can give it a try. The only problem is that well, it's got these little weird caveats. So if I know the target firsthand, then it's just like a straight saving throw. But if I secondhand, and this would probably be secondhand, like so then it's a harder. It's easier for them to break my scry. Plus, if I only have a picture of the likeness, then it's also it's also hard to. So
well,
it's really weird.
Are we trying to find out if he's hunting for us, or what?
I don't know. I was just anything. It's just kind of good to know what your adversary is doing. Whether
We're
he's.
poking the
it's a
bag
good
of
idea.
snakes.
But what's
I think either is a good idea. We'll learn something about our enemy.
well, when we have our little tent up, and everybody's comfy, then I'll do it then.
Yeah, I have like the tent set up and everything with I think during that time just explain to like what I'm doing. That way they're not left out.
When I
Hmm.
Could I would like to be halfway listening this week and halfway, not only halfway, but more so focused on trying to figure out what is on my face. I
Feel
don't
it
think
already.
anyone told me exactly what's on my face, like,
Oh,
confirm. But and then ask you, like, you are focused on doing everything else. I'm just distracting myself with.
So
Would it be like a check or?
So I mean, with the, I'd say in time you'd be able to figure it out, but it is what feels like a fabric band that goes across your face. It has a soft, like fur, that is on the inlay towards your eyes itself. However, on the outside, there is a metal plate that is crafted not to truly mold against your face, so it feels a little bit unsettling and uncomfortable, but it definitely is fitted to mold against someone else's face. It would probably feel unsettling to you at how that may have come across to get done. There's definitely safe ways to do it. However, your first mind probably wouldn't be to the safer ways, but it is a thick metal of some sort that is across the front of your face. There is small gems that dangle on each side in the chains itself and run across from the side of your temples and then to the back. Each little stones are emerald, but you just feel them as stones. And on the front of the metal itself, it's completely blank. It has like a, oh gosh, someone help me. What's that dimpled metal? There's a specific.
a dimpled metal,
You mean like hammered?
hammered.
Yes.
Metal?
Like it's like a
Yes.
that.
like
Hammered-like look.
Damascus.
Yeah, Damascus like look. So it has a texture about it.
I just get this kind of, the feeling is it's somebody else's MRI immobility mask. If
Oh,
you've ever-
oh.
It is starting
job,
to feel nicer as you wear it, but it is still a little. It's like wearing someone else's tight jeans. They feel a little bit uncomfortable because they hug in the wrong areas where they're not supposed to hug, and they're like loose in some areas where they rather than be tight.
Is trying to figure out, kind of like guessing, okay, this, if, guessing feels, but it's more like trying to figure out, okay, what is the magic in this thing that I can't take this thing? So I'm really hoping for there.
Do you have any magic, any decipher magic spells, like any?
No, that's not asking question.
I'll take an Arcana check.
It's not even green, it's a +1. Like, I was screwed from the start.
And when you're feeling around, like Tia will make offhand comments to describe it, but she won't be able to help you with the magical nature of it at all.
So that helps, like,
Yeah.
But
get the.
fashion-wise, you'll be informed.
Yeah. 7, you have no idea.
Actually, at 8, okay?
Okay, sorry, 8. Yes, no idea. You do feel, like I said, you do feel something, like it's doing something, but you're not sure what.
Reroll that if you want to reroll it.
I appreciate this, even though I feel like it's a waste.
Nah, that's better. Look at that. It's so much better.
It's a
Isn't that
10.
better?
I mean, 11.
Is
It's an 11!
Isn't that better?
Yes, it is better,
Hey, cool.
but it does not beat. Yeah, like I said, you do definitely feel like it's doing something. You're just not sure what it is doing.
Or would I sense anything like, because it's related to ice, right? So would I have picked up on that at the very least?
It is definitely blessed. Yes, so you do have some type of tie.
This is one of those blessings in disguise. Heavy on the disguise.
I would, and hearing that, like maybe just like the subtleness underneath Erm's breath, I'm like, oh God. I mean, oh Isa, I should probably tell them. And yeah, like just as I'm finishing up staying at the tent, I'll see fidgeting with the mask, and I'll say, "Do you want to know what is on your face right now?"
Please.
Okay. You got to promise me that you won't get upset.
You can't
Yeah,
hit
I
me
can't.
anyways because you're blind. So
Um,
if
I
you're
don't
not a
think I can
monk.
promise that, but I will try to not freak out like
Okay,
before.
cool.
Yeah.
And I think Slate will kneel with both knees on the ground and like palm both your hands in my hand, just to like brace you for impact. So you know the high priestess of Isa that resides here in Sandos, the
Mm.
Gorgon lady that blinds herself, who's blinded because their vision might, turn her subjects and all those who worship Isis the stone.
You are aware of her
Mm-hmm.
mother and Melissa, yes.
You're currently wearing her blindfold. And I don't mean like this is like, oh, it's a replica, or you're wearing hers.
Why?
Because the champion of Isa is very overzealous when it comes to wishes. And I apologize.
Wow, and you thought
Was
Penandra was the thief, Sarah says loudly with
Yep.
a
Here I am, stealing things from nobility. I want to give you something to show you that you are a cleric worth this role and worth this task and adventure. And I think higher powers that be decided to go a bit above and beyond my requests.
well, that does make sense, Sarah says, with
Oh,
a confidence about you. You asked for something that would increase confidence of a higher level in the church. Would that not be exactly what you got?
I guess so, but I didn't expect to be the highest level or taking from someone of such a high astute. It's just, I know better.
what? Wouldn't this get me in trouble? Like apart from the fact that probably have a lot more statues I'm gonna bump into now. You know, um,
Yeah.
Stealing is
one day
always wrong, Sarah says, shaking her head. It
it,
always
it
comes with penalties, and those who it gets stolen from will always
Mhm.
hold grudges.
Very cool. So,
that's really nice. But it's like yeah. But if they thought I stole this from her, even though she would have just felt it this okay, and you say I just felt it okay, and there's no rhyme or reason we could attribute to this beyond your word of saying it's a wish. Doesn't that get me in trouble? Because if I can't take it
uh,
off, can they?
I mean, I know you can't take it off, but can you? I don't know. What do magic people do? Affirm to it?
Tuned it.
Attune. Yes.
But I was trying to figure out what it was. But I
Well,
didn't really get past it being blessed.
I think this is one of Isa's relics. At least what they. I could be wrong. I know I've seen this before, but it's not this time. Regardless, try a tuna fish and see if that works.
You can tune a piano, but you
but you
do it.
can't tuna fish. Dun, 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 dun,
having-
dun.
Yeah.
Are we having tuna fish for dinner? Sarah says confusedly, but
I mean, I
excited.
could.
It's,
I don't-
no, it's a
We're in a
metaphor, honey.
desert. Where are we getting fish?
I know. That's why I'm excited. Did someone bring?
I'm taking out my rations to start
Uh,
cooking.
Quinn's just shutting up right now. It's like, nope, not saying a word.
Yeah, I'll start cooking my dry rations for everyone.
Yes. So, okay. So, and while we do that, I perform the little it's like a small ritual where I enclose us all in a 30-foot diameter half dome, which you see glistens and swirls of purple and orange, reflecting a bit of the evening light. The flickering campfire seems to rebound from this dome, and just mechanically, it gets us +5 on perception, and also -5 for those who are trying to perceive. It's like, and well, and I can if I could scry, I need to see a picture of this person you want me to scry to. Fernandra, can you produce that image for me? It will help greatly.
Yeah, I can. And I'm gonna do a minor illusion of the king, so he can try to scry on the king.
Okay. On the king, or do you want me to describe on their daughter?
You know what? Let's do odds or evens.
Fair enough. Now, the king, and I have to ask Saito this, since I've had a direct conversation, part of the spell is the modifier. If I have met the target firsthand, it's a modifier of 0. Would the conversations that I've had with said King Boogaloo, the second, would that count as firsthand met?
I would say yes.
Okay. But that would be good because now with a picture, they have less of a chance of noticing me scrying. They get a -2 to their saving throw.
All right.
All right. So let me go back to it. Okay, excuse me while I look at my character sheet. Okay, so they have to 18 is the DC for King Boogaloo.
Oogie boogie.
So you rolled
Oogie
for the
boogie.
king. You got the king. Is what you're
Oogie boogie.
doing?
Yes,
Mhm.
we're gonna
Roll
do
me
the
a
king.
D100.
Me?
Fernandra.
Okay. Fernandra.
Okay.
I
Dear.
want to see how close you are to this king.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
very close to the
Oh,
king.
that didn't work. Oh,
On accuracy is what I'm looking for.
that's
Oh, what does he want? Higher or lower?
Higher, better accuracy.
uh,
52 does meet just enough.
okay.
Cool. All right.
Oh, very lucky.
So,
Even the ad on that's not gonna help him.
yeah. So technically, here's how. And I'm kind of reading the newer scribe, but which is pretty cool. On a failed save, the spell creates an invisible, intangible sensor within 10 foot of the target. You can see and hear through the sensor as if you were there. Sensor moves with the target, remaining within 10 feet for the duration. If something can see the sensor, because it is invisible, so like true sight, see invisibility, which is probably, we're probably in trouble there. It appears as a luminous orb about the size of your fist, which I'm sure that's this kind of stuff that you've already seen. The last 10 minutes. So I guess for 10 minutes, Saito, what does Quinn see? And
All right.
he's sitting there in a lotus position, and Quinn's eyes now still bloodshot, dried blood all over his face because we haven't slept yet. Because then we miraculously heal because that's D&D, and
True.
and
Mhm.
oh, you
As you only see this, unfortunately, Quinn is the only one who is seeing this information. But you see Quinn making strange noises and sitting very still. When you see that the king is having dinner, they look like they have a guest.
Ooh.
The guest
I see.
is Yuanti as well,
Ooh.
possibly.
Mm.
He looks to the guest and says, "Everything that you've given me so far has only been a blessing. And I am forever grateful for our friendship." The
And
guest
muttering this.
The guest smiles and says, "Truly, it has been my own pleasure to help. Me and my sibling only wish to see those who are struggling gain what they deserve." The king smiles and nods and says, "It's truly tragic that they couldn't accompany you." The guest nods and says, "Well, can't be helped. I heard that you have guests, other than myself, more unwanted guests approaching you. Is that correct?" The king nods. Interesting. Well, I would recommend that you take care of them quickly. You wouldn't want any more intruders in the area. The food starts to get served. As it gets served, it is, unfortunately, when you see it is a human. Looks like human body parts with no skin.
Ooh. Icky.
Quinn says.
Ew. I get a very, very good look. I stare intently at this guest, trying to remember every curve, every line. I have something to do after this. I assume Quinn has never met this person or seen this person who's the guest. Okay.
Correct.
It only lasts 10 minutes, so you tell me
Right.
when it ends.
So as the food starts to get divvied out, the king takes a piece and waits for the guests to take a bite first.
Of course. Manners. Manners maketh man.
The guest takes a bite. There's a little bit of a twinge in the guest.
No.
And a little bit of blood drips from the corner of their chin.
Ooh.
The king smiles. You had to have known that this was going to come at some point in time. As they say, those who keep the best secrets are those who do not have the chance to spread them.
Uh-oh. Dead men tell no tales. Oh no.
The guest looks frustratingly in a stumble. You see them stumble away from the table itself. just as they hit the ground, you hear them say, "It would be best for you to remember who you're messing with. Just as it's given, it can be taken away." The figure looks wounded and almost about ready to pass out. King laughs. It would do best for you not to give any advice in your current position. I would also ask, what do you actually look like? Because if you were truly a Yuan-Ti, that wouldn't have hurt you. With another cough of blood. As the figure's illusion starts to drop for a brief moment, when you see Jemmy. And
Literally just had a chill go up my spine. Fuck you. And I love you. All right, there. The rest of you hear Quinn go very quiet, having described all this while it was happening to make sure that everyone was getting the information, and then to the point where give me your true form, and Quinn becomes very, very quiet. And let me check on something here real quick. Okay. It's not around me. And he gets up. You see Quinn stand and slowly walk out of the camp, out of the protective circle, and just walks. After a few moments, you hear a scream, the likes of which you have never heard Quinn scream before. In the silhouette of the light, Quinn drops to their knees. And I might want to take a week to think about what's going to happen next.
Sarah
There's going to
just
be a little.
looks-
There's going to be a little dice rolling, I think, and a little. Maybe I'll decide what Quinn does here, because there's an awful lot of things he could do.
Sarah looks to everyone, what she assumes is everyone, in a sweeping emotion, and says, I don't know about but I think I need a little bit of detail of what's going on. Is someone attacking us right now?
Oh, no, ma'am. Quinn's
No.
very distressed about something that they saw, and we don't know yet what it is. We're gonna go find out.
And that's unusual for Quinn.
Yeah.
So it must
It
be
is very
pretty bad.
unusual. Yeah. This is not good.
It it is rough. It's never good to see what the king is doing. It is quite traumatizing, to be honest, some of the way he behaves, so it does not surprise me.
Quinn's a very private person. We're gonna give them a few minutes and then check on them. You have to let the emotions flow through you in order to function, and they're not functioning right.
Quinn takes out the antler and just begins trying to message. Message.
And we hold off
Do
there.
they hear? Okay. All right. Hold off. Okay.
Yep. So we hold
All right.
off
That's
there.
good. That's good. That's good. That's a great place. Great place. Holy shit. Fuck. God damn it.
All right.
I'll save it.
Whew, what an intense session. Don't you agree?
I know, how dare you?
Mhm.
Or Gabby. So, whom Saito just described is Quinn's mother.
Mhm.
And also a character of great intrigue.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
In a previous timeline, she
A
really
gnome of great renown.
Mhm.
yes. And scheming.
Where do you think Quinn got
Yeah.
from? And
Fair.
it's one of those traits the parent doesn't want to pass on, but it ends up passing on accident.
Proof that it's not nature but nurture.
Depends on the
You know,
parent.
Yep. Proof on
Quinn.
that.
Quinn was adopted, so.
Let's go around the table. Everyone choose themselves again where we can find them and what their favorite part of the session was. We're going to go the opposite way around. That means Bang Gap. Tell us a little about yourself, where we can find you, what your favorite part of the session was.
Let's see. I liked that this was a kind of an interactive session, and I liked that we were all actually working together. Like, like everyone, like, we did stuff together to get in, to get out. There was some collaboration, like people were talking about stuff. It was good. And it wasn't like 6 people just doing random shit on their own. So would not have happened had we not been collaborating. So I thought that was actually quite interesting in 2s or 3s or whatever, but there's a lot of that stuff all kind of happening. So I thought that was kind of just a theme that it hasn't always been like that. Sometimes it's just been somebody just doing their own thing. So I thought that was kind of fun.
I agree. I'm not going to lie. I was like, let's see how many parts it takes for them to get out of the room. I was willing to go up to part 8. If we got up to part
I
8,
just
I would
remember leaving a puzzle unsolved. Like, it was going to bug me. If we
Yeah.
just left that
Well,
part of the story behind. Even though
I thought that was
I
great
didn't know that.
because
Mhm.
you were very passionate about it, and I'm like, okay, we got to give this a shot. We've tried all kinds of things, and then I was like, there
Well-
are not 8 squares. there are more than
Yeah,
8
I was
squares.
immediately. I was like, hold on,
And
1,
then
2,
I'm
3,
like,
4, 5.
yeah, I'm like, oh no, and then it's like, oh, okay, like apparently you only need to sit on like the arrow pointing towards the thing or the arrow pointing away from the thing.
Yeah.
There you
Oh,
go.
it was a hero. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Once we did it, I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
yes, okay, that makes sense. And we
I didn't-
I like-
tried.
I didn't see it either. I was just.
See, my
Quinn had
brain
had
was
it.
thinking once upon a time that the puzzle was going to be like 2 people had to go at a time, and so you had to like always be touching 2 opposite and work your way up.
But even that was like, I mean, Tia hasn't been like throwing out, suggestions for the puzzle, and there we go. At the end, it takes everyone.
Oh,
right?
yeah, she was-
because
she
we
had to
were
think
all
about it.
failing, doing whatever we were doing before. So there you go. That was the wrong.
It turns out we
thing.
already had the prize.
Turns out
And
we- But we
Can you
could,
get
but
out
we
close?
had gotten. I mean, we could have gotten out, I guess, if Sean had blown another hole in the wall. But
Mhm.
maybe not. And it was
Might
much
have run
more
out of
fun to do-
charges, you know?
It was much
It
more.
might
fun
have
to
closed
get
it
out
behind you,
the,
too.
The way that the puzzle intended. So,
Okay.
and then I liked the alternative option of actually Quinn described it as like a really elaborate, but it was like I thought it was an excellent solution for stashing the axe. And I don't know what the whole deal with future Leif is, but we'll just see, won't we?
Besides, if he was if Slate was carrying the box, then Slate couldn't be carrying armor around.
Oh no, we were definitely like
This
we
was
would
not
have
an
had to
optimal
leave.
solution
Yeah,
for
we,
Arm.
I agree. I think that solution is better.
Sure.
Fair enough. Agreed.
And we'll find there'll be some terrible way that this will come back to haunt us, but that's the way
Mhm.
this game rolls.
That's the future us, bro.
Anyway,
When you become
That-
evil and become the king of Dra'ih. I mean, obviously.
it's true. You don't necessarily have to become evil.
Doesn't happen yet.
Just a tiny bit evil, maybe.
Just a little peril.
You know what they say,
Just
that's all
a little bit of barrel. Just a little bit of barrel.
sometimes you just need to get your
Anyway.
feet wet in order to dive in. All right, Sparrow, tell us about yourself where we can find you and what your favorite part of the session was.
Yeah, I'm Sparrow. You can find me here. You can find me with the boys from the Baltic Star, or you can find me on Itch under Sparrow71. In a week, I'll have a couple games, and they'll be fun. My favorite. Oh God, there was so much. I always love the Oakenleaf team, but I also love that all of a sudden today 2 more characters have died. we're just Tia can't even be like, I died. You don't understand.
I was
Now
waiting.
she's like, we all died.
I was waiting for Slate to be like, I died first. If we're talking about,
Well, yeah. And then another favorite part of mine is simply like this moment for Quinn that is just so exciting. I am excited to see where this Jemmy thing goes, and I sincerely hope that Jemmy can become one of the formerly dead club people. You know-
formerly dead.
Not
Because
quite
Tia
dead.
certainly
not,
has-
not all
Not
the way
quite dead. No,
You
not
were
quite
mostly
dead club.
dead.
The mostly dead club.
Oh
There you
my
go.
god,
Mostly dead.
I like
Most
I think we have a
Look who
team
knows it.
name.
There's a
so
difference.
hopefully Jemmy can be in the mostly dead club.
The
Because
mostly
I
dead.
personally would miss this character.
I heard them. They opened for Foghat in like '92.
Yeah.
The
Uh,
mostly
I
dead.
would be excited to see it too as well,
Yeah.
because Tia
I-
and Jemmy had a nice little friendship before the time skip. So
Friendship.
a friend.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
And Saito, your banishes are always so good. Thank you.
Hmm.
It's all you all though. You make it so easy. I
Yeah,
try-
it is all us. It really is.
It really is. It really is. I agree. I can't wait to see who's banished next. Aniki!
I
Tell
need
us
my
all about
free
yourself.
coffee.
Oh my god.
And
Tell us
I'm
about
sorry,
something
I'm
fun.
gonna jump back because that was also another excellent bit when Leif got banished. Like Fan was just like checking to see if it was them because they've been banished.
Was
so
it me
many
this time?
times.
No? Okay.
That was another choice little bit. Sorry about that. All right,
Yeah.
I'm done.
You're good.
I agree. Especially if it was like somatic, like any type of like verbal by any means. Like I feel like it would be like so like traumatized that he would be like, wait.
You'd just be over there just mid move, like ready to run.
Literally, all that happened was like hauled the axe out from behind a rock and was surrounded, like whoosh. And Fernando was like, "No, not me."
I
That's
haven't
so
done
bad.
anything this time. I was good. All right, Aniki, tell us about yourself, where we can find you, and what your favorite part of the session was. Wakey. Aniki. Oh, I thought that was him for a minute there.
I
I was
thought
like,
it was
Me
too.
too.
oh, Aniki. Aniki.
He maybe went to go make some tea. I don't know.
Aniki, come back from the void.
We're almost done.
You didn't get banished.
You didn't get banished, it wasn't you.
It's their old Stevie Winwood song. On a key, come on me, on a key.
Oh,
I'm the same boy.
That's
you
all I'm
used to
gonna hear
be.
now.
I don't know if that
It's an
means what you-
earworm and a half.
I don't know. I don't know if that's what you wanted. It means what it wanted me. Slick, like, why don't you go ahead and go hop on over to you, tell us about yourself, where we can find you, and what your favorite part of the session was.
I'm Slick. You can find me here Mondays, playing Fernandra. My favorite part was, the whole seeing, or the whole hearing what Quinn saw, and then really all of it, us working together and getting, what was I saying? The whole definitely not a thief.
That was good. That was enjoyable.
Technically, I don't think I've technically stolen anything since I've gotten with the party per se.
we went to jail
Because
because
I paid for that. No, that was because I threatened him more than anything. Because I paid for it in the end.
It's not the way we see it.
I'm pretty sure that was that wouldn't have been as bad had I not held a knife to his throat.
Can't wait till you have to defend that statement.
Didn't we already talk about that already with Sarah? I'm pretty sure we glanced over that already once upon a time. Because the party mentioned about us going to jail.
Going to jail, but not for what?
I
And
thought I said
definitely
for
not
what?
for definitely not for holding a knife.
Because
against
I remember
someone's
saying
throat.
my temper or something like that.
Yeah, that was very, very glossed over, sir.
Yeah.
Very,
I went there
very
for
not
arrest. That was-
Yeah. You got arrested.
Arrested indeed. Well played.
Womp womp.
And Leaf got there and got to do some cooking and play chess.
True.
And learned that you need to be very quiet when Quinn's trying to sleep.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Oh,
we made good friends. The chef.
Mhm.
See, not all bad things.
Mm.
All right, Rishi, tell us about yourself, where we can find you, and what your favorite part of the session was.
We got blah 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 cog corp machine. Oh, so, you know, I've been the longest at this table than anyone else here. Saito has only seriously surprised me a couple of times, to be quite honest. This was the only time I had a physical reaction. I had chills go up my fucking spine. I hate you, I love you, all in the same time. And that is and now forever will be my, no matter what happens next week, this is my favorite. Because I had everything envisioned. I had everything in my mind. The table, very Strahd, von Zarovich-esque, and then this Yuan Ti. My whole point was, okay, I'm get a good look at this Yuan Ti. I was going to cast Disguise Self to see if the others would recognize this other Yuan Ti, thinking, okay, I can bring this back. I can, this help, work in the game. This is good. And then, they got murdered. Oh dear. And then the twist was M. Night Shyamalan in its brilliance. And I'm going to take a long time to consider what Quinn's next actions are after this. And I thank you. Oh, Aniki, you're back.
The pleasure's all mine.
Mhm.
Truly. Aniki,
Mhm.
Hey, how's it going?
tell us about yourself, where we can find you, what your favorite part of the session was, as we dial back.
Sure,
quickly.
Nikki Tony, find me under Nikki Tony in most places. The favorite part of tonight's session would have to be just the common sense knocked into us by Tia. To just sit down with tiles and be like, oh yeah, we're just a bunch of smart adventurers. So yeah. That's,
I did enjoy the fact that you guys opened the box first. That was very interesting. I thought that was the best. Oh! So
We could have
that's-
done this the whole time.
That's how it would have opened. Interesting. I did enjoy that very much. So.
I had knock. I have to use that spell. It's such a great fucking spell.
It
It
is.
really is.
It is. I hope you have it when you have to maybe save your mother or not.
Oh, I've got
Gabby.
plans.
Oh boy.
Plans.
I've got plans on plans on plans.
Plans on plans on plans.
And are you ready for
plans.
Saito to make you throw away the plans?
Not this plan. This will be.
This will be my greatest.
I
of
will
plans.
not. Yes. Will not. Will bring on the plan. Bring on the plan.
All right, Gabby, tell us about yourself, where we can find you, and what your favorite part of the session was. You're muted. I was like, wait a minute. Is her mouth moving?
When did that happen?
Just your reaction on your face. It was like a cartoon.
Gabby. I'm
Yeah.
around somewhere.
Mm-mm.
My favorite part, well, there are multiple things, and I think everyone touched on it. You know, from I liked how Flynn was just so polite after the axe thing, you know, because Earth's entire interaction with Flynn has been nothing but drama and comments, you know, a very snarky sort of comments, or the initial thing we described, right? Was not expecting a very humble person who would like actually own up to the fact that they were wrong. You know? So I and you know, appreciated that seeing, you know, a new side. But I'm new. I don't know how you guys actually are, right?
Quinn has, in the past, called himself out on things that they fucked up. I mean, it's never been anything that is different. You know, Quinn says, "Okay, I screwed up. Sorry. Let me make it up to you." But then again, Quinn is a chaos monster and would, you know, sometimes just would rather poke the bear than lull it to sleep. So
Very
yeah.
true.
No,
It's
I
pretty-
respect that. I respect that. It was just actually seeing it in play, you know? Also, lack of tact. I think, I think if could have seen, would have just like watched a lot of stuff just play out. Maybe giving comments on the side, but not like tactfully push herself into everything. Because she's just trying to figure out, okay, what's going on. Otherwise, you could have dragged Slate aside by themselves, would not have been shouting, put the axe back, would have just went with the flow, thinking, okay, I just want to heal everybody and then get back home.
Yeah, no, I thought it worked out well. I think it was good that you pushed on with it.
Yes. I've really liked your character's actions this week. I've been
To
enjoying
me,
that.
I feel a little bad when like I'm pushing my mouth where it doesn't belong. You know?
As a cleric,
But
that's
that
actually
feels like
pretty.
That's because it's becoming your character. That's gonna be Erm's like signature thing.
Oh, it is her signature thing, but I feel bad. Gary feels bad. Does not.
Oh, no,
I was
it
gonna
was
say.
great. No, it was very good. No, it's
This entire party spends their entire time poking their nose where it doesn't belong and telling people what to do, and then getting mad at them when they don't do it. Like
Yep.
Right.
that is just what we do.
Yeah. Yeah.
That
Can
is Tales of Dree.
can we
I'm
sum
the
that up
boss,
in a
and I don't
team name?
understand.
I was gonna say, and plus, as a cleric, there is no other class, maybe other than a paladin, that would be as boisterous and quick to tell you what you should do with your life, because you are doing something wrong. There's very few classes in D&D that I could see that as just a natural response for them because they are so devout in their fellowship. Of
Very
who they are.
messianic indeed, yeah.
But I like that ending scene there with Quinn. I like the anguish scenes in general. I think those very highly emotional scenes, no matter how it plays out, I think it's a nice thing to see and a nice thing to roleplay. So I'm looking forward to see how you do that next week.
Pressure.
Deal with your trauma.
I got this. Are you kidding? Get so much personal trauma. I'll just bleed over into this character.
Oh my god. Hello. So my name is Milady Saita, and we don't normally cause trauma. We just help work you through it.
You made me blind.
We don't cause trauma. We just work you through it. We play tabletop games on Mondays, Wednesdays, and here pretty soon every other Friday, which will be Rogue Nebula. It's a cool scum and villainy game, which is going to have some more mature audience healing types, if you know what I mean. If you've never played Scum and Villainy, that's cool. You can actually come and watch and learn some about it. It'll be the first time it's aired on this channel, so, I mean, why not first for all of us? Worth a shot. If you're not a part of the Discord, join the Discord. We have Tune In Tuesdays tomorrow, so where we get all together, snuggle up, and watch something. I believe we were watching The Traders, which is I'm super kind of excited for because I want to know what's going to happen. That's all I can think of at this time. I'm sure there's other stuff, but I cannot remember. Thank you so much for everyone who donated, gave bits, and subbed. I really appreciate it. All of it goes to the channel and makes it what you see here today. So thank you. And if you enjoyed the show, if you haven't seen the last one, definitely check it out on YouTube or the ones previously if you need to catch up. For now, safe sails. Bye. Your mother would not approve. Bye.
Yes, she would.
My mother is